Amazing. Let's begin. So, New Year, who dis? It's been a while, and I think you've
Hi,
all
I'm Tom.
I think you've all watched my little reminder video to catch you up on some of the main points. So yeah, where did we leave you last? Would anyone like to do a little recap?
So long since
We were back in the tavern. We've had a few drinks. We got a nice long rest and a big level up.
I mean, you got to level up, but
Oh,
the
there
rest
was a
of it,
loot chest
no.
as well from the tower. We found a loot chest that had a load of stuff in it.
It was
No.
a legendary loot chest.
A legendary, yeah.
No, I mean that's such a shame. That's a fail.
Well, that's what I remember from the session. I don't know about anybody else.
Wow.
I remember that we went to the Spire. I got into an aggressive staring match with a god.
Yeah.
Now fearing for my own life. We got out of the Spire after meeting Nezren, who was the founder of the Vanguard, who was gone insane.
Yes.
We all heard different things whispered to each other by Nothics.
Nothics.
And then as we left the Spire, the place looked like it was being destroyed with fissures of space and time, lightning outside, crumbling away. We headed for the steppe. Using the last of its energy, we stepped back to, I think we was aiming to go back to Nepenthe.
Amazing. Very nice. Have inspiration for that. I like that. Thank you very much. So, as you've said, as you're leaving the spire, you step onto the step, and as the vision fades out in front of you, you see the building that you left is turning. It's almost changing itself with portals appearing, and you're leaving behind like structured chaos. As you travel in the steppe, like a transporter from Star Trek or just magical portal travelling, usually it's fairly instantaneous. But this time you're aware that you're travelling as you're travelling across the realm. And when you land, you land in Nepenthe as normal. In Stormholt, very familiar place that you have come to know. And but you arrive in the Stormholt Keep. So the chamber that houses Nepenthe. I don't have a picture of that. Fuck. So as you've arrived in Stormholt, you leave the steppe, and what do you do? This.
Right, guys, I think maybe we all have to go speak to people. Do we agree to meet up in the tavern in like an hour or two's time and work out where we're heading next?
Sounds like a
I want to
plan.
go see Magnus.
Okay, so are some of you leaving the building? Some of you staying in the building? Are you all going together?
I mean, if we're splitting up, I believe we'll be wanting to go see Shay.
I mean, the option is for you to split up, or however you want to deal with it.
I will do whatever. I'm just going to go and bollock my children, and then I'll be back.
Okay.
I'm happy to split, but I'm also happy to stay together.
Okay.
Well, we all know where Tom's
consider
going.
this place to be safe for us.
I don't know about
Considering most other places, it's probably okay.
What about
to
Tom?
separate a little bit.
Dan.
So what I will say, as we wait for
We've not arrived on this map that we're currently seeing, have we?
No, you're still in the building. But what I'm going to say is I will come up with what the location of the step in Stormholt looks like. But you can see out into into the town. Can you all roll an intelligence check for me?
Straight up intelligence.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great.
Oh, good stuff.
Boom.
Going well.
Double boom.
Up a boom.
Shake the room.
Which one are you having, Tom?
I rolled 3 times.
Okay, that's
Tom's got a stutter at the moment.
I mean, I'm guessing the 9. I only pressed the button 1 time and it rolled 3 times.
well. Then Tom can do what he wants with this.
Then the 9.
Amazing. So, as you've arrived in Stormholt and you're looking out over Nepenthe, Alithia, you seem to be really in tune with this town. You know it very well, and you left for the Spire and for Ventham not that long ago. Matter of when was it you last were here? Matter of days. And you've been at the Spire, what, a few hours? But the town looks different. The trees are a little bit more along in their flowering cycle than you would expect for this time of year. When you were here for the Festivals of the Stars, it was at the equinox, the exact midpoint of the year, the balance. And now it feels like midsummer, late summer, or the fantasy equivalent. The buildings and the road were damaged by the meteor fall, but it looks like there's scaffolding in a few places. Things have kind of accelerated more than you'd expect for how long you've been away. And with a 23, you can put together the fact that whatever happened in the Spire took a lot longer than was experienced in the material plane.
We're out looking out at
Yeah.
So we've all seen this.
Yes. But you're the one who's putting 2 and 2 together. So when you've arrived here, it's early morning. But if it was late at night, then you would have noticed the star constellations would have been a little bit off.
But if we've all noticed that, I'm going to turn around and say, I know we were only here yesterday, but I forgot how beautiful it is round here. Breathtaking,
me.
like I've never seen it before.
Yeah, but it doesn't it seem it all seems a bit not right. How long were we away?
It can't be more than a week or so. Let me just look at my diary. How long was we awake at? We feel with travel?
I'm going to say, however long you've been out and travelling, you thought you were at the Spire for about 3-4 hours, maybe that. But it's actually been 6 days. Is how long you were at the Spire.
Wow.
Yes.
How long?
6 days in the Spire.
I still didn't get it.
You thought you were at the Spire for 3 hours. It was 6 days.
Yep. Okay, right, I'm with you now.
Cool.
I kept getting it was days, so I just wasn't catching the number of days. Yeah. Yay! I hate my life.
Well, we love you, so that makes up for it. So where would you like to go, and what would you like to do?
I'm going to go see Magnus, guys. I think he needs to be updated on everything that we've seen, what we've experienced.
Yep, we can certainly arrange that. Anybody else want to go anywhere, or shall we all go to Magnus first?
Choo choo.
No, there's no choo-choo now. I have several different hooks that I think you may have picked up on, and if you want to go to any of them, we can do that. I mean, it depends if you. I mean, a couple of you have got presents to pick up, so it depends when you want to go and do that.
Let's go to my uncle's house.
I'll go to the majority. I just need to deal with the boy.
Ah, right. We can do that. Did you want to go and?
So Leafy will go to see Shay straight away.
Okay.
Wouldn't go see Magnus.
So Alithia will want to see Shay.
Yo!
Baltha wants to go and see Magnus. Tom, what does Tom want to do?
We'll probably just follow Baltha at this point.
Okay. And Hayes and David, not sure yet.
I thought Angela said she was going to go see her uncle.
Okay.
I'm going to go see Uncle Wilbert.
Okie dokie. Right. Should we do it all in turn and does everyone... let's move everyone at the same time, otherwise it gets confusing. So, who wants to go first? Baltha. Okay. Baltha, we'll go
I'll happily go first if...
we will go and see Magnus then. So let me just move everybody to Magnus's room. Okay. So you've been here many times before, and it's certainly been tidier than this.
The last time we saw him, he was still wounded, and
Yes.
so after 6 or so days have gone by, does he look a lot better than he did?
It's been 6 or so days since you were at the Spire. Before that, it's probably been another week or so.
Yeah.
So probably I'd say at this point it's been 2 weeks since the meteor fall.
Oh, so he's had like 14 long rests, so he should be perfectly healthy.
Yeah, glowing with health. When you see him, he certainly does look physically back to his old self. But his room is disorganised. There are bits of machinery all over the place. There are maps strewn everywhere. And he is striding from one side of the office to the other.
Oh yeah, I'll go. Just go to him and. Seems you're in better health, Magnus, since I last saw you.
Baltha, where have you been?
Quite a few places. We've been to since I last spoke to you. I think we've been to the port of Trask. Quite interesting there. We've also been to the Spire. Very confusing place.
Interesting.
Mm.
Yes, there's lots going on, and he's picking up tools and usually you've known him as being a very creative sort. He is like a part of an artificer as well, so he's a builder. But what he's building is not the usual quality that you would have seen. He seems distracted, can't concentrate. He says, I won't lie to you, Baltha, we're spread thin. We're spread thin at the moment. Ever since the meteor fall, everyone needs our help. Across the realm. Instants all over the place. So we are kind of spread thin and would need your help. And again, he's picking up a map and said, it's a good job you're here. I could really do your help really soon because Gilmert, you know Gilmert, I think he was your captain
Gilmert.
for a while.
Yes.
He's been increasingly frustrated. I mean, more impatient than I've ever seen the man. Wouldn't stay still as we're trying to plan to help the realm, and he's disappeared. I think we had a cry for help from a nearby village, and instead of waiting to actually gather proper forces, I think he's gone out on his own. I'm worried for him, but I can't go after him, so I could really do with you guys going to make sure that he's okay, because I'm worried he's stepped into something that's way out of his league.
The name of the village.
Mirae. It's not far from here. I mean, you know him. He's a trainer. He's a leader. He's not a front fighter as much as he used to be.
I think you're going to find people all across the realm not acting as they normally should. I don't know if you've spoken to the Can I remember the name of the person in the chapel?
Oh, crikey, yes. My brain's gone numb. I know the person you mean. Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, I know that person.
Yes, yes. They already told us that they have lost contact
Yes.
with Remiel, and since then we've learned more. Have you ever heard any stories, lore, or rumors of a hidden god, a fifth entity who, how could I say, but been deleted from history?
No, that's not my wheelhouse usually. I don't delve too much into the history and the spells of things. I prefer the more planning and logistics of things, as it were. But yes, since Remiel's absence, I have noticed the impact on myself. I don't know whether you have experienced it either. I can't concentrate. I can't think. What used to come
I
so
mean,
easy isn't coming anymore. That's what she said.
it
That's what
could
she
be
said.
that I don't know how to say this to you, but it could be that caused me to get into a bit of a conflict with one of the other gods. I think I came against their mortal sort of form, and
You did what?
I kind of
That's
fell
what she
out
said.
with. Is it Uli? How do you
Ulian.
pronounce it? Ilian. I kind of fell out with them. I think. I think they hate me now.
These
I
are
mean, they deserve it. They were a dick, but
I try not to get involved in the various other gods. We are keepers of the peace and keepers of the balance. But
I
that
know,
may not
I
have
know.
been a wise move, my friend.
Maybe with everything going on, maybe
Yeah.
my head wasn't quite working as it normally should.
All I know is that things across the realm are not going well at the moment. That's the
Okay.
one. I don't know so much about the history. I'm trying to keep our forces together and sane and trying to come up with a coherent plan to protect the realm. It's taking all of my time and energy at the moment, just trying to keep this place together. Because without Remiel, we are starting to fall apart, and it is getting worse. There are incidents coming in from all over the realm, and he picks up a ledger and stuff. I've been getting reports from Shay. There's a village not far from here, Kazkar. Ghostly figures were spotted amongst the trees at night, and people were missing. So we sent our rangers to try and help out, but they keep persisting. A place called Arta, there's a farmland that was tainted when a meteor hit it. Livestock were affected. The healers managed to purify it, but these things are happening across the realm. Risa, I mean, it's not all doom and gloom, but apparently there was an illusionist putting on a show, and random people started disappearing and appearing that weren't part of the show. The guy wasn't even magic. So we've sent a wizard over there to stabilise it, but there's obviously things going wrong across the whole realm, and they're getting worse. I'm doing what I
We have
can
seen
here
this
to hold the
firsthand.
pattern. You've seen this firsthand.
We've seen all manner of things that don't make sense. Your sister, for example, helped us close a portal when we went to
Yes.
assist her. So portals seem to be opening. It seems that these meteorites have landed in every corner of the realm and had different impacts and effects everywhere, but none I've seen so far have been positive.
That's concerning. We've got analysis running on it at the moment because you brought back samples from I believe it was Solaris Ray when you ran into some incidents there, and of course the meteor that crashed downstairs, and it's like no magic or energy that we have records of.
I think
it's come.
this is
Shay's dealing with
yeah.
this.
Yeah, well, maybe I need to speak to Shay. I think Alicia has gone to speak to Shay, and I know they are close, so she will be able to tell her everything. But I think
Yes.
this new energy that we're finding may be linked to this new power that is rising, maybe taking Remiel's place and causing discourse through the realm.
That doesn't sound
It's
good.
I can't understand it myself fully, but it seems there was a god written out of time and history, locked away, and they have been freed. And my conclusion is Remiel has been put in its place of isolation for however many millennium. Remiel themselves now is chained and locked away and is unable to fulfill their duty and role.
And he slumps heavily against the table. And this is a man who's led the Vanguard for 30 years. He's been your commander. He's been a close ally, a friend even. And he suddenly looks older than you've ever seen him.
I'll step closer to him and I'm just going to put a hand on his shoulder. And I'm just going to look him in the eye and say, do not lose faith. These comrades I travel with, though they were green to begin with, I believe they have a lot of strength within themselves. I've come to know them and trust them so far, and none of us will stop until we can fulfill our duty of bringing balance to the realm. Believe in us.
He looks up at you with more vulnerability than you've ever seen him display. It's a real. He sighs and says, I will continue to do what I can here with what captains I have available to keep the peace as we can. But Balthar, I'll need you. I need you and your colleagues, your friends. You need to help. You need to get to the bottom of this. Whatever it takes, whatever you need to do, we will hold back the chaos where we find it, but we need you to fight this thing. I can feel my control slipping, and it scares me. I will do what I can, but I don't know how much longer I can.
Do your best, my friend.
And
it seems we have to move quickly, so I will be back when I can, but please, if you get any information about things I've mentioned, please try and let us know. If you can spare any of the what would you call them, the sorcerers, the wizards, any of the researchers, if they can find any information out, if they can send it to us, it will speed up, hopefully getting to the bottom of this. But while I have my friends, and I'll just point to Tom, who's obviously stood with him.
hi, Tom.
I believe we have a chance. We will be able to succeed, but I don't know how long it'll take. Just hold on as long as you can.
And he will look up as one last thing as he stands before he walks away, and he's like, please make sure that you keep note of all this and report to me when you can. And the final thing he says to you is, because I can't remember, I'm struggling to remember. I need you to remember. And he turns and gets back to work.
Come on, Tom. I think we need to go.
Okay, so are you going to go and find Shay where Alithia is already speaking? Or are you going to pause
we'll head that way, I think, after he said Shay's taking care of things. So that's where I would go. I'd say to Tom, I'm heading to Shay. Are you wishing to come, or are you going to go check on Dan, or do you want to go see the blacksmith and see if they can do anything you might enjoy, Tom?
I don't know. Realistically, there's nothing I can obtain from going to the blacksmiths, I wouldn't think. At some point while we're in town, he would probably stop by and go see Dan.
Okay, we can come.
But I think
can come
for
to that after.
lore and story purposes, he will just follow Balthar around for now.
Okay, we will come to that in a minute. Then we'll move on to
Yay,
Shay.
zero input.
And I just want to clarify, I'm okay with that as long as you are. So We will we'll
We've
come
had a chat.
Yes, we have. Alithia. So, you head straight away, probably at speed, knowing Alithia, to Shay's room, Shay's chambers. When you enter, as the rooms you've known so often, again, it's not as bad as Magnus's was, but this room is a little chaotic, which is slightly unnerving for someone who seems so put together. And again, she has maps and books and charts laid out.
Shay. Oh, it's been terrible. Oh, Trailblazer died, and the spire's collapsing, and there's a fifth god, and Remiel's gone.
My chart, Alithia. Calm down, my child. Calm down. Hello. Are you okay? Would you like some tea?
Yeah. Oh, yes, please. Yes, you're looking much better.
Oh, yes, thank goodness. I've recovered well over the last couple. I haven't seen you for a while. Where have you been? Are you okay? It's been a
We
while.
were just at the spire, but the spire was. I think there was a problem with the step in the spire, and it didn't travel back like it would normally do, and I feel that we may have been there a bit longer than we thought. We thought it was only there for a few hours, but what day is it?
It is the date that it is.
Oh, and that's several days later than the last date we knew.
Interesting. Planar time dilation. It was always theorised that could happen at the Spire. I'd heard rumours of it. Interesting. And she stops halfway through making your tea and wanders off, picks up a book and starts flicking through it.
Did you study at the Spire, didn't you?
Huh? Oh, yes, the Spire. Yes,
Yeah.
I studied there.
Yeah, we went there because we were following. We've been to the museum, and it turned out there was one of the students there had been selling or stealing artifacts.
My word.
Relian docks.
A student, you say? Oh, my dear, that's so kind of you, but my student days are a long, long time ago. I was I don't even want to think about how many years ago that was. It wasn't that recent, though.
We're trying to find some people. While we're there, I mean, it turns out I think Balfour might have upset Ulian.
I'm sorry, what? How? Her hands shake slightly. You met Ulian?
Well, there was 4 people at the entrance giving information, calling themselves Percival, but when we went further into the spire, there was a statue of Ulian that looked the exact same.
I mean, I always knew the wizard on duty as Gladthorn. I don't know any Percival. I mean, there was rumours that sometimes the god walked the hall, but I never heard of anyone who actually met him. At least not that revealed himself. Ooh, okay.
Dirty bastard.
Oh, yeah, matron. And not only did you meet the elder god of magic, and you insulted him?
I think Balfour just lost his temper a bit with him, as he does.
Yeah, that's been happening. Okay.
Percival wasn't being very helpful.
Well,
in fairness.
Okay. That's fine. I'm sure that's fine. That will all be fine. That's okay.
But the spire kept sending us into random rooms, and we ended up in this old library, where we found Nesrin.
She goes a bit pale and staggers slightly. I'm sorry, what? You, my child, are you okay?
No, no.
This,
You sent me out into the world, and all this is happening.
I
I just
mean-
wanted to read the books.
I mean, my dearest student, have you had any recent head injuries? Or have you been known to dream lucidly?
Well, Nesrin did scream at us.
He did what?
He screamed. He was I think it was it was a creature I thought I'd seen about as an alip.
An alip?
Alip, that was it.
I'm sorry, I've gone off this pie.
Oh, I'm going, and she's given up talking. She's now just writing all this down. And writing and nodding with eyes wider than you've ever seen before. Okay. That must have been scary and unusual and unprecedented.
And then the before he disappeared, he attacked a haze and told us to look out for this the god that he found, Mantaros.
That name doesn't ring a bell. In what context was that?
She's the smiling one.
Smiling one. Well, I've been combing through all of my my tomes recently. These past few weeks have been very unfortunate and busy, and very busy. So I've been rereading my favourite history books. You know, the ones, we've shared them. And I've not seen any reference to that. I mean, there were some odd references. But I can keep looking. So what was this name in relation to? Man, you said a god, but we know the gods.
Well, it sounded like Remiel had been locked up in chains, perhaps by this fifth god.
Fifth god.
Well, I mean, I think one of the former students at the Spire had found the information on how to find this god, Elian Delphi.
The name does not ring a bell. But it has been theorised, I'm sure, in some of my older tomes, that if you put the pieces together and looked at it a certain way, that you could see that there may have been a gap where possibly another god could have been. And it's true that things like to exist in a balance, and where Remiel exists to hold the balance, maybe there's chaos. So, okay. I can keep researching. Can you keep finding this information? You said this haze has taken on this knowledge of an Alep.
Yeah, she the last thing that happened was Nesrin attacked her, and then he disappeared.
Well, I think she tries to calm herself, and thinking of the proper scientific method of thing, we have a hypothesis in place. So what we need to do is continue on that fact. And if a forbidden god has been found, and our goddess of balance is missing, then it seems to focus that we need to reclaim our goddess of balance. I wonder rituals would that involve? Now, I do have an interesting book somewhere that I must read about the old rituals from the before times. What would they use? Where would what would be involved? And she starts again writing and noting and mumbling to herself, starting to look at shelves to pull information from. I'll need you to continue finding out what you can about this. In the meantime, there's so much that's been going on round here. Things seem to be getting worse across the realm.
What's been happening?
There's obviously the elder gods are falling out of balance without Remiel. The woods over near the spire, Nelvana woods, I believe, all the trees started overgrowing and forming blockades, which our druids were able to stop. I think there's been places where portals have opened and strange creatures and monstrous animals have come through, but thankfully we've been able to close them, but everything's spread a bit thin. I think what we need to do is find out what's causing all of this and stop it. I need you to keep doing what you're doing, keep researching, send me notes. I'll look through what I've got here. But Magnus needs me as well. He's struggling. I'm struggling. We're all struggling. Can you do that for me?
I'll try.
And she will nod, pat your hand, say, well, keep doing, you're doing very well, my dear. And she potters off to start looking through her books.
Yeah, Alethea will head out the door and perhaps bump into Balfour and Tom as they're
Because we're about
heading
to
that
walk
way.
in, yeah.
So you two have come together. Hayes, would you like to go and see your uncle?
He's making the pieces for people, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, so once we've got everyone together, then I'll go there and
Okay.
once with everybody.
And see what's been happening over there. Bear with me. Greythorn, wasn't it? Yep. So, Hayes, you and everybody else enter the place you remember from last time. This actually looks no different. You can't tell if it was any messier or cleaner than what it was before. But your uncle is hunched over a bench, busy working away at whatever new piece he's designing.
Hey, Uncle Wilbert, you're looking old.
Oh, my dear, nothing's changed. What a delight to see you. I mean, you could keep in touch a bit often. It's been a while. I would appreciate a little message or visit for you. A little bit sooner. You could visit.
God,
You could
You're
visit.
so controlling. I was
I
only
know.
here a couple of days ago. Oh my God, I'm sorry, okay? I'll write more often. I'll check in every day.
I mean, that it was.
Harrier Pigeon couldn't have even got a message to you in the time I've been away.
It's been 2 weeks, Hayes.
Oh, bless you, you're getting old. So, if it really has been 2 weeks then, I suppose you'd have made progress on these glass things that you're asked to do.
Now, yes.
Really?
This has been fun.
You work quick.
I do work quick and I do work beautifully. So, I believe your friends, are your friends here as well?
Yes, let me just open the door. Guys, are you coming in?
Yeah, we're coming in.
It's the
What
most
time it's cold out here.
the most fascinating material. I mean, if you find any more, I would be more than happy to work on some more. I'm sure there are some great things I can build with it. So let's have a look. You there, Alethea, that was it, wasn't it?
Hi, sir.
Hello. Oh, so I do like that. He opens the drawer and pulls out a little carved wooden box, and inside is a magnifying glass. And it's the most exquisite magnifying glass you'll see, and I will show you in a moment. It's called the Scribe's Focus. As you look through the Scribe's Focus, the world takes on a new clarity, The finest details stand out and intricate patterns become apparent. It's as if the world itself is an open book, ready for your scrutiny. This magic looking glass, created for scribes and scholars, has the power to reveal hidden secrets and enhance your understanding of the arcane. So once a day, you can use the focus to gain insight into the properties of an item, magical or otherwise, or the effects of a spell by casting Identify. It sharpens the user's ability to discern subtle nuances in objects, artwork, text, etc. While making an investigation check to unravel the fine craftsmanship, you gain advantage. So I will pop that.
Ooh.
I know. So
Told you he's better than them dwarfs over that side.
Oh well,
Talk bad about the dwarves.
well, let's not talk about those dwarfs, shall we? They've been up to some monkey business as well. I don't know if everybody can see that. Yep. So that's what Alithia
See what?
does.
See what?
See what?
Maybe it doesn't
See
then.
what?
Alithia, so it's
I see it.
now does
Looks amazing.
bear with.
I'm feeling saying good.
Just working some magic in the background. Okay, that's fine. So that's now in Alithia's
Oh,
I see.
magic items.
very pretty.
Like it.
Hang on, I try not to break my computer.
I'll add it to my item list after cigar.
After cigar, because that was a thing.
Yes, it was.
So do take care of that, my child. That was fun. I hope it brings you a clarity in your investigation. Now there was something else, wasn't there? Who else was I building for?
That would be the dwarf.
Ah, hello, sir. Okay, you were after something to give you advantage in battle. And he pulls out a set of goggles of remarkable craftsmanship.
Can I put them on?
Of course, you can put them on, and I will show you a picture in a moment. So these are called
Wow.
these are called the Battle-Wise goggles. You
By the power of Greybeard, these were amazing.
You feel an immediate enhancement in your tactical perception. The world around you seems to sharpen and the battlefield transforms into a chessboard of possibilities. When you focus on the enemy, formation or strategic solution, the glass lenses allow you to see subtle details and recognize weak points in your enemy, as if you're peering into the secrets of battle itself. Your insight becomes invaluable for your party's strategic decisions, granting you the upper hand in assessing tactical solutions. So from the mechanics behind it, the goggle provides a +1 on insight checks when assessing enemy formations or intentions. And once per short rest, you can activate the goggles to cast the... Oh, this is a new spell. Are you all braced for this? You can cast the Hunter's Mark spell without expending a spell slot. I know.
There seems to be more than new gods being found in this world. There seems to be spells that are just created out of nothing.
Yes.
Hunter's Mark, I don't know what that is.
What does that do?
I don't... Who knows?
I've heard of it before.
We will all find out together. So, these are your goggles.
Nice.
Oh, they are so steampunk. I
Yes.
love it.
Yes.
Oh, open up your third eye, yeah?
Ah,
Oof.
absolutely. That's
Stunning.
what she said. And they will now appear in your magic items parts. So he will say, I have very much enjoyed working on these. So if you do find anything that anyone else wants turning into things, then do please come back and let me know.
I believe you have a piece of the glass, don't you?
Yeah, but I don't think I ever got round to deciding what I wanted to do with it and asking Cat for it. So it's in the chamber that if I can think of anything that I can use it for, or if anybody else has an idea of something they want to use it for, I'm happy to have it turned into something for somebody else.
All I'm going to say is I am going to give my piece to, what's your character's name?
David.
David.
Mm-hmm.
And let David have something created with that.
Oh.
And I'm going to ask Uncle Wilbert that with the chippings and the shavings from the odd ends, can you make a new charm for Mama's wind chime, please?
Are you sure, my child? Would you not like anything to enhance your abilities out in the world?
No, I just want Mama's Moonshine to look amazing.
Okay, is there any
Best
particular,
ever.
any motifs that you would like particularly?
Spigot sparkle.
Just sparkly.
I will send you a message afterwards, Kat, about this wind chime. But
Cool.
for now, we're just adding bits to it and making it.
Unless he
for
has the
Mama.
technical prowess to turn it into some sort of memory jogging chip that could be implanted into Tom's head to
I think we could work on something.
do stuff and things.
I was going to say I'm quite happy to work on something with you, Graham, especially considering our conversations. I think we can work towards something with that. So have a think about maybe what the end goal you want is with it, and we can come up with something that fits in with it.
Yeah, I've not reached a final decision yet based on those previous conversations, but yeah, we could work on something, I think.
Cool.
I've got a couple of ideas on the back burner. We'll discuss not in mid-session.
That's brilliant. We will definitely do that. And then he's handed it out, and he sees everyone so happy with it, and it makes him happy. And then he sighs and he says, "Ah, there's not much been call for happiness round here. I may eventually have to retire. I'm enjoying these little bits. I don't get much work nowadays. Those, I'm sorry, my friend. I don't mean this in a general way, but those damn dwarfs in that other shop, they are quite impudent."
Don't worry. Papa's not got that same problem.
Yes. Have advantage. No, have inspiration. Like that.
Well, I'm good at crafting big jewels and things myself. Perhaps even if you do retire, I would love to come and maybe train with you and learn how to work this glass myself, maybe.
Yes.
If you could do that.
You seem like you come from a crafting background. I mean, you look like a stonecutter through and through.
Stones and jewels were the things I specialize in.
Well, we can definitely arrange that if you want to train and improve any of your proficiencies. I'm sure I've got plenty of time.
I bet that's what the other dwarf said as well before they opened up their shop and took my good old uncle out of business.
I mean, they're introducing a new line of jewellery with these new fancy materials, and I don't trust it. I don't like it.
Well, but I'm sure that we do. You want us to have a little talk with these dwarfs for you? You know what I mean.
I wouldn't want you to.
It sounds like they have maybe some really useful items we could use.
Are we froze?
No.
Cat's doing a thing.
That's fine.
It's just staring. Didn't like that.
I hope they're not using these meteorite materials to make.
You know what?
That would be quite dangerous.
It wouldn't surprise me. Apparently, it's all this fancy new material.
I'm on my phone currently because my laptop's decided it's just not going to work again. So if we have to do anything on Roll20, I am currently unable to access.
Well, I think we will be heading towards some combat soon.
Hopefully it is sorted by then so that I can roll. If not, you have my character sheet so you can click buttons for me in the meantime. But at least I can still communicate.
Yes, which is a start. We've done all the kind of things that I thought you were going to do.
But when we leave Uncle Wilbert's house,
of course,
can I just suggest to people that we go and scope out what this new jewellery line is?
Yeah.
And I just want to go and just have a little look around the shop, not do anything bad, just have a look around in one of my disguises.
Yep. What disguise are you going to have?
If you're going to do a disguise, can I suggest one, please, Alethea?
You may.
I can't remember her name, but that lovely lady you impersonated when we was in the museum was certainly intoxicated.
Yes.
I would love to see you and her again, please.
No, you don't want Selena back.
You have no idea how much I want Selena back. She was fantastic. She would definitely cause a distraction for us to look at these new items.
Should definitely do that.
I mean, I don't think Tom got to meet her, so Tom would love to see her.
I don't think I could handle it. So, the rest of you, I take it, are kind of hanging around and seeing what you can see while Hayes slips into the shop in disguise.
Yeah, in disguise.
Just before we do separate that, I'm just going to say, I did get told by Magnus that we should maybe head to Mirae. Gilmut, one of the dwarfs who we fought with here, is gone missing, and I think we need to. It's not too far from here, so we should maybe, if we can, head there first just to see if he's okay and get him back here to help Magnus. He seems to be struggling with everything that's going on.
Did the moon hit his eye like a big pizza pie? Because that's a Mirae.
Yes.
But of course.
That's why they named the town that, I think.
I love it.
Oh,
I thought of it when Kat first said Mirae to Scott earlier, and if I don't get to share it now, I never will.
it's a shame I already gave you inspiration, because that's the kind
Yeah,
of
I know.
that's the weird kind of shitty pun I do love.
I know.
Okay, so did you want to scope by this jeweller's for maybe 2 minutes, and then we can crack on with some other things?
Yeah, I'll. Can I cast my manifested mind, please? And it can hover in and accompany Hayes.
Yes. What does it look like? Is it visible? Remind me.
It is tiny,
Mhm.
but it is.
What she said.
It glows as a.
That's what she said.
15-foot dim light, and it looks like a book.
And cool. So it's not invisible. So
Not invisible.
So this random disguised woman enters the shop with a glowing book floating alongside her.
But it's going to float straight past her, like it's coming off the breeze as the doors opened.
I'm sure that will be an everyday occurrence.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I will do. This shop is. It's got a bit of a buzz to it. There's a few people in here milling around. It's definitely fairly busy. These jewellers have everything from the highest end pieces of jewellery to small trinkets and things that children would love for birthday parties, all kind of stuff. They're trying to cover the whole market. But everyone is looking around a particular section where one of the brothers is waxing lyrical about this brand new line they'll be introducing with this fantastic new material. And he looks as a book flies in for some reason.
It's tiny. It's almost like it's a little fly.
I mean, are we
might not
talking
even
like
notice it.
the size of a book, or are we talking like...
No. Teeny tiny. Is what I'm
Don't
saying.
worry, it's just my earring. It's okay. No problem, don't worry.
And you get inspiration, and you get... Look at me giving that everywhere. Oh, it's New Year giddiness, that's what it is. So, this bombastic character, can't remember what her name is again. Selena enters. And are you heading, excuse me, over towards this bit I use?
Straight to the crowd, shuffling my way to the front, a few elbows on my way past. It's like I'm going to the front of that crowd. I want to see what that fuss is about.
Okay. Talking away is one of the brothers, Thorgar Silverstrike. And he's his method of sales is just being like, oh, no, it's not quite ready yet. Not ready yet. But he's obviously kind of still trying to, oh, yes. Oh, you're not ready for how exciting this is. Oh, that's so exciting as well.
Has he got like sample things there?
He's got like one sample piece because he's
In his
like
hand?
taking orders and taking commissions. I know what you've just rolled there. Oh, no. Well, that's the question, isn't it?
I didn't want to
no,
interrupt
no,
the session.
No, that's great. So I will throw that back at Hayes. Have you told everybody what you're doing? Did you change in front of them? Or have you slipped off to the side while they're distracted?
I've probably done it because Uncle Wilbert will be semi-used to it and he doesn't pay much attention to anything.
Mhm.
So he might not even know that I'm a changeling. But I've probably done it before I left his shop.
Okay.
So as I'm like walking out the door, like a click of the fingers or something, it's just like the new. Mwah.
And
So, yeah, so you've seen it.
And so you guys have seen this before, haven't you? Of course.
It's the old granny.
Once I heard
Yeah,
that
but
voice,
how
I
we
knew it
ever
was
seen-
Hayes.
Sorry.
I said once we heard that voice, we knew it was Hayes from the museum.
Yeah, yeah.
But,
You know, from the museum.
we
You saw her at the
we
museum.
did see it
Yeah.
at the museum. That's what I was asking. That's fine.
Cool.
Everybody at the museum saw her.
Yeah.
Everybody within a 5-mile radius heard her.
Yes.
That's true.
That is true.
Sorry.
Cool. No, that's fine.
So,
So
yeah, I'm going to get myself straight in there. I want to just lean straight over everybody and try and pick, even if it's in his hand, I want to try and pick up the piece and have a look at it.
okay, can you give me a dexterity? A sleight of hand?
Light of hand. 23.
Okay, so he's holding it out and you snatch it out of his hands.
Oh, let me see. It's so pretty. Oh, I like it. How much? I want this one.
He slaps your hand,
Oh, my
takes it
husband.
back again.
No. My husband, he gonna like this. I need it. I
No.
need to see it. Give it back.
Okay.
This is mine now. I go pay for it. Oh, it's so pretty. Thank
No.
you. Bye bye. I'm
No.
gonna walk over to the desk
No.
to go and pay.
It's not finished yet. Bring
It's
it back.
okay. I finish it. It's no problem. My
No.
husband, he fix it.
It's not for sale. We're taking orders for it. Not for sale. That one's already spoken for.
No. It has to be unique. I pay tough money.
No.
This is me only. No copies. Only one.
How much gold does Hayes have?
Oh, it's no problem. My husband, he paid for it.
No.
No problem.
I mean, you can put an order in. We do have a slight backlog.
Oh, I only want one. No other copies. No similar. Has
No,
to be
we-
unique, like me.
Each piece is unique, but we're working on commission and we have quite a select array of clients already.
Okay, when will it be ready?
It depends what you want. I mean, we can go through some drawings, we can talk through some concepts, and come up with the exactamundo thing that you are asking for.
I just want this as it is, just like this.
Okay. Well, let me take your name and details, and we'll get this finished, and I can send you an invoice and make an appointment to come and
Right,
review
this
it when
is
it's
finished.
done.
This is how I want it.
No, we're not selling it until it's not finished. He's not letting it go.
I shall leave the details
Hmm.
of my dearest friend. I'll leave her details.
What, Jocelyn,
And I-
or are you leaving
Yeah,
it? as-
Rosalind, yeah.
Yeah.
And I will specify that it is to be a unique, one of a kind, nothing even remotely similar. Price is no object.
Mhm.
It has to be unique, one of a kind, and fit for a queen, because that's what I am.
Okay, that's fine. Can you give me a quick investigation?
I can. The investigation is there.
Okay,
Huh.
that's cool. You can
And use
tell
my
us
inspiration for the investigation.
if you want. Do you have info? 17. Okay, it's a beautiful piece. It's maybe not as refined as your uncle does, but it's definitely a beautiful piece. And there's definitely some meteor shards as part of the design.
Is there any way between it going back and forth between my hands and his hands and Sasha, I could have like broke a little bit of it off?
With a 29 sleight of hand, I'd say yes. You could break a little bit of one of the shards off.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll leave him some false details then.
Yep.
Pocket the shards without him knowing, leave him some false details and walk out the shop.
Okay, that's fine. We can do that.
And then I'll complain that the man up the road does better jewellery than I've seen here. This is rubbish.
And everyone in the shop.
Rubbish, I don't like
This
it.
is rubbish. And everyone in the shop is a little bit confused at the tornado that has just entered and left.
Oh, where's my earring? I don't even wear earrings.
Oh no, my shoes are untied. Oh no, I don't have laces. Oh, moments. Okay, that's cool. So,
I just want to come back out then and hand it to the others, back to my normal, what they see me as normal.
lovely.
And hand it to them and go, this has come off of it and not this looks like the shards. But this has literally just come off what they're selling.
It's a small piece of the shard. It's very, very polished. It's like a black stone that reflects purple, but it's very, very small. And it's not giving you any of the shocks or anything that you had before, purely because it's a tiny, tiny piece.
So I'm going to pass it to Balfour or Alethea. I'll pass it to one of them two and just leave them with it. It's like, you can do what you want with this information, but that's definitely part of a shard.
Cool. Okay, so
I'm just going to open the door very quickly, put my head in, and just shout, if I hear of you guys selling any of these meteorites that have landed here, I will have you shut down, and then just shut the door behind me and leave.
okay.
They would know who I am, so... And then, start... If anyone wants to, start heading, say we have to go to Mirae.
Yeah, that's cool. So I would imagine all of this has probably taken a couple of hours of walking and talking, etc., etc.
If that is, if it's okay with you, Your Highness, I'll say as I turn to David. And bow.
What the hell are you bowing for?
Ah, you're some kind of prince or some... Oh, is it okay with you, Prince David?
No. No, we don't go by that name. Once a many, maybe, but not anymore.
I think you have a tale to tell us when you're ready to tell us, David.
We'll see, Balthor. We'll see.
Okay, so we're all finished up in town. We will journey. It's a few hours walk towards Mirae, and as you
Floating on a cloud.
Floating on a cloud, as always. Let me move
Oh,
the map.
have we went to what's the? We've got a stamp card for them.
No, there isn't. It's not far enough for that. Not far enough. I love that you remembered though. So it's just within walking distance, only a little place. So this is the village, or what was the village of Mirae. As you enter from the south of the village, across a bridge, it's eerily quiet. The houses that there are destroyed, and it looks fairly recent. There's smoke from a few, but they don't look like they are actively on fire. And as you can see in the river, there is a big, massive meteorite sat in the river that is turning purple and fetid around it. This place looks dead.
Can I just ask, this tiny little shard that we have, does it have any form of reaction towards the bigger shard that's there?
No, this is too small. I think what you have broken off is effectively about the size of a Lego piece. One of the small 1x1s. Just because I'm looking at Lego in front of me.
I didn't know if it'd start to give a bit of a glow or something when it was near a bigger piece. But it could be a little tracking device.
I like that, but and that's a good idea. But this piece is too small.
That's fine.
Guys, the big shiny rock.
There's a lot of big shiny rocks, David. I think they're everywhere.
It's looking like it, isn't it?
Alethea, could you send Trailblazer into the sky to try and find Gilmert?
Yeah, so I'll can I take it as read that I ritual cast Trailblazer on the journey?
Yes, of course.
And I can't move my manifested mind. Well,
can't you?
No, I've managed to summon it.
Tom, we're looking for Gilmert. If you remember Gilmert, he's
Hang on.
Looks a bit like me. He's quite short, has a beard. We're looking for Gilbert.
Yeah, I'll send Trailblazer off in that sort of direction.
Oh, it says it's right. There we go. Should be able to move it now.
Yeah,
Lovely stuff.
got a little aura with it.
Yeah, I know. So that's the remind me what that does and why I put that aura on there.
I assume that's its glow.
Yes. I might need to make it a little bit. By the way, I think only you and I can see that glow.
Okay, well, that's okay. So yeah, Prime Edition will go that direction.
Okay. So remind me what this is. That just the illumination that it has?
Yeah.
And for canon purposes, this thing is very small.
Mhm.
Ladybird size?
Yeah, insect sort of size.
Okay, that's fine.
And for everyone else's, it's a Fine Familiar Mark II. I can see and hear through it at all times. It has dark vision. It tells me everything's telepathically with no action cost to that.
Lovely. Okay, so what's the range of vision on it?
I think it's got 60 foot of dark vision.
Okay, that's fine. So can you give me a perception for what you can see?
Certainly can.
Six. Okay. What it's looking at the moment is it's a rock in a river.
My guys, there's a giant rock.
Whereabouts?
It's over there. Can you see it?
Ah,
And I just look at Alicia and go, give her the stares of, really?
Okay. If the vision's like 60 foot, what you're looking at in front of you is a rock in a river, but off to the top, you can hear via Prime Edition. There's the sounds of fighting, and there's clashing, and there's definitely a kerfuffle going on up there.
Guys, I think there's something happening just the other side of the bridge beyond that building. I can hear something through. Yeah, there's something happening over there.
George. Let's go, guys. Gilbert might need our help. Tom, get your cannon ready.
Oh.
Let's go get his cannon. Perfect, Tom.
Balthor, let's go cautiously though, yeah? We don't know what we're walking into.
You take your time, but if Gilbert is in trouble,
I never said take your time, I
he's a
said
close
cautious.
friend. I need to get there.
Yeah, but you can't get there if you're dead.
That's true, but I'm not dead.
Yet.
No.
Cool. So, how are you approaching? How are you entering this village? Balthor, are you leading the charge on this?
I think you're hearing that and know we're looking for Gilbert, who is a good friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
Balthor is going to just be running, full movement, dashing, just trying to get as close as he can to see what's going on.
Cool. Let's roll initiative.
I'm quicker than Balthor. See?
Balthor is 18. David is kicking it.
I'm quicker than David.
Yeah, not natural.
Alithia is 9. Hayes is like the wind.
Does Balthor want to take my initiative?
No, I'm happy for you to
Yeah.
do whatever you need to do to get ready for a. Are you drinking a pint of rosé, Greg?
Sorry, what?
What? Just juice.
I thought it was a pint of rosé.
I was playing a snowball, dark fruits.
Ooh, that's good.
Oh, that would be nice.
It would, wouldn't it? Raspberry vodka.
Tom, could you roll initiative for me, please?
No. Currently physically incapable of rolling anything.
Would you like me to roll initiative for you?
You could roll initiative for me if that would be okay, just
That's
while
fine.
I continue to try and sort this bollocks out.
Launch
I
it
would have
through
rolled
a
underneath
window.
a 15, so you need to roll more.
If it makes it easier for you, Kat, while Graham's sorting this out, do you want to give one of us access to his character sheet and we can press it for him?
Yeah, that might be a really good idea if that's
You're going
okay.
to have a lot to
If that's
keep an eye
okay
on
with
it.
you, Graham.
I mean, that would be fine. I'm hoping it's in the process of loading up now, so it might only be for a few minutes. Just bear with me one moment. Because my laptop has finally decided to turn back on.
Now it's going to do all its updates.
Yeah.
But that's what it was doing. It's been updating for about 20 solid minutes.
I rolled you a 20
Because-
anyway.
Oh, well, that's fine then. I famously don't bother updating it ever because I use it once a week only for D&D.
Yikes! And let me just...
2 years of pending updates that it's been going through basically all day today.
I did that for a friend. I borrowed I looked at a laptop because she was having trouble, and it ran updates for literally a day straight. She hadn't updated it in like 5 years or something.
I believe I have access to Roll20 at the very least. Yeah, so we're in like a really haunted-looking village with Gilmer on the map.
Yeah.
Okay, I appear to have Roll20 back then.
Awesome. I did roll you a 20. But
It's
first,
absolutely
first in the initiative is Hayes.
I would like to. So what is it we can see again? Sorry, just to fill me in.
At the moment, from there, you can, because this place is so quiet.
I'll be moving around, so I'll be about there.
If you're moving round, then you'll see in the distance that there is a fight going on. From that distance, you may not be able to view the details of it, but there is definitely a fight going on.
That's fine. Well, I will use my movement and my action to dash, and I want to try and climb and find myself a spot hidden somewhere on this roof that I can see what's going on, and I'm going to spend this turn assessing the situation, seeing who the bad guys are, who the good guys are, and
cool. Do you want to give me a perception or an insight?
I shall.
Vintage.
24. Okay, you can see that Gilmer is fighting 2 orcs. One is already dead at his feet. He is swinging wildly, looks a little bit frantic, a little over his head, pun intended. But yeah, he is in the midst of battle.
That's fine, and then I will use my speaking action to put my hands together and try and make like an owl noise, like a hoo hoo.
Can you give me a performance?
Ain't gonna go down that way.
3.
Yes.
Would you just roll?
You just go.
Oh.
Owl! Owl! Hoot! Hoot! Oh man, this is me. I am an owl.
Yes.
You make
right, to be fair.
You make random noises.
But yeah, that was me trying to give an owl signal to hint onto the others to come round and help.
You have just
and
made
keep
some
myself hidden away, as you do.
Random noises. Whether or not they choose to realise it's you or an enemy is another matter entirely. Anything else that you'd like to do?
Make the volume louder. I can't hear you very well.
Oh,
your audio just went down on my.
Can you hear me
Has it gone
now?
down on anybody else's?
Can you hear me now? Does that fine?
It's not just me then.
No, it's not just you.
How does this volume sound?
You've gone
Quiet.
down for all of us, I think.
It's the wire.
At an Android.
I need to get it charging.
plugging herself back in.
Yes.
I thought it was just me that was having audio difficulty.
No. How's that? Is that better?
Nope.
Nope.
Fuck. That was quiet. How about if I talk like this? Can you hear me now?
Can hear you. It's just not as loud as it was.
I think I've moved my cable.
Nothing.
Oh wait,
You
I
can't
can
hear
hear
him?
Scott. That's fine. I can hear you, Scott.
Microphone.
Craig, speak
Oh,
without being on mute, just to see if I can still hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear Craig. That's fine.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear Alistair.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Now
better.
louder. Yes.
Is that better?
Yes.
Yes.
My cable.
Can everybody still hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
My cable had
Thank
slipped
God.
slightly, and I just moved it, and I think I must have done something, and then I unplugged it and plugged it back in again. So cool.
That kids.
Well,
So you
IT.
have kids.
Where were we? David, it's your turn.
Oh God.
Hoot.
Yeah. I'm an owl. Woohoo. Just giving the secret signal.
But had you discussed what that signal would be,
Absolutely not.
or have you just climbed up into a building and started making random noises?
Yes. Second option.
See, if you've gone up into this building and just like going, ooh, it sounds more like a ghost than an owl, maybe.
No, I've clearly, as you pointed out, I've clearly stated, owl! I'm an owl! Look at me, I'm an owl!
Amazing. Oh, beautiful.
I am going to go up here and stop there and just go, come at me, lads. I can take both yous in a fight.
Alrighty then. All right, and that's where you.
I will ready my axe just in case they come close.
Okay. It is the orc's turn. They are going to look at each other. I am going to remind myself of what I set this up 15 minutes ago.
be back in 1 minute.
No worries.
Sorry.
A laptop is a bag of shit.
Yes. Oh, can I officially put on record? Can I dodge as my action?
Oh,
I just
yes.
realised I didn't take an action.
You can't
That's-
ready now.
I won't be ready.
All right.
Yeah.
Let me just. I just need to refresh my screen. Okay, so remind me, are you holding your action or are you just dodging?
I'm just dodging. Using the most powerful move in D&D, the dodge action.
What does dodge do again?
Disadvantage on the attacks, I believe.
Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge.
All the D's, you're doing the big D.
Yes.
It's not what she said.
No, it's
Oi, oi.
Oi. Okay, so these two orcs are going to look at each other. One is actively fighting with Gilmert. The other is going to charge at you. It has 30 feet of speed. 30, which is exactly what it needed, but it does have another ability. If the orc moved at least 10 feet straight towards a target... Oh, I need to hit you with a melee attack first before I do this other thing. So it's going to take a swing at you with its great axe, and you said this was disadvantage because you're
Yes.
dodging.
Oh,
18.
that's
That hits. Okay. That will do.
We can dash up to you.
That's 11 slashing damage. And it ran straight towards you and hit you with a melee weapon attack. So please can you do me a strength saving throw to see if it knocks you prone.
No,
Nope.
just.
So you're still on your feet. The other orc is going to make a swing at Gilmert. 21, that will hit. And does 10 slashing damage to him. That's the orc's go. Now it is Tom's go.
Okay. So presumably Tom is aware that there are baddies trying to fight people.
Yep.
So I guess I would move up slightly and fire at the one attacking David, who he would recognise as a companion, whereas Gilmert he doesn't know. So
Okay.
he wouldn't be too interested in saving Gilmert over a member of the group.
That's great. So, yep. Do you have access?
Yes, I can use Roll20. It's just Facebook Messenger, which is being an absolute dick. It keeps halfway through being in use, closing itself, and then rebooting itself. So I don't know what's going on with it. I think after today, I'm going to try completely uninstalling it and then reinstalling it and see if that fixes the issue. But not right.
In the meantime, I would say fuck Zuckerberg, but then he'll probably just nuke all our accounts, so I won't say it out loud. Okay, if you're going to attack the orc, can you give it an attack for me?
Yeah, so I will... Do I spell or do I shoot? I mean, I'm going to cannon either way with my bonus action. We know that's a given. That happens every turn. Do I want to waste magic now? Probably not. I will attempt to make a light crossbow attack first. So it's a 21 minus 5, so 16.
Okay, let's have a look. 16, that will hit.
Sweet. So that does 14 damage.
Okay. Yep.
And then I will make a cannon shot, which is a 16 as well.
That will also hit.
We already know it hits. So that is 10 force damage, and it pushes it 5 feet away from David.
Okay, so it pushes it 5 feet away. Lovely. And that was your cannon shot, wasn't it?
That was my cannon shot, so that's my action, my bonus action, so that's me done.
Beautiful. Next is Baltha, who has reappeared.
Some help with one of the cats.
Huh?
Liz just needed some help with one of the cats.
Ah.
So, yes, so Balthor, seeing this orc has charged across and hit David twice.
Just once.
Just once. It was disadvantaged.
So I'm just going to run straight into battle with Stonecutter in one hand, shield in the other. And I'm just going to shout to Gilmot and say, Gilmot, don't worry, we're here to help. And then attack this one with Stonecutter.
Lovely. That does the job.
Well, that's minimum damage. And then with my bonus action, I would like to try and use my shield to knock the orc prone.
Yep, beautiful.
So athletics, I believe.
Is it against strength?
Yes, it's a contested check.
It stands firm.
I see you're strong.
And it looks at you.
I will look at him and in typical Balthor fashion, I'll just go, and then I will try and hit it again with Stormcaller, with Stonecutter.
Dolian comes and steals it back again. 11 misses.
but I use my inspiration.
Lovely. That will hit.
And I'm going to use a menacing attack.
Ooh. Menacing. What does that do?
What is that?
Nice. I like it.
So, yes, it'll be a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
But I do 14 points of damage. I've rolled 2 1s on damage.
That sucks. So its wisdom was 14.
So it's a 8 plus 3 plus 5. So that
16.
16. So it fails, so it is now frightened of me.
It's now frightened.
After I go, "Ugh," back in its face, hit it and frighten it.
Okay, that's awesome. It just means it has to move away at every opportunity, doesn't it?
It means it
No.
can't move closer. Doesn't have to move away, just can't move closer. And he stood face to face with him. Disadvantage on attack rolls, though, right?
Let me just check. Frightened. Frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within line of sight, and it can't willingly move closer to the source of its fear. So this one is frightened. Let's... I don't know what half of those mean. Okay, I'll just remember that. Anything else that you would like to do?
No, I think that's everything I can do. So I end my turn.
Lovely. Gilmert, it's his turn next. He is going to take a swing at the thing. He has a great sword, 16. That will hit. Ooh, 24. Go you, Gilmert. They are both trading blows at each other, hacking lumps. There's nothing to the finesseful fighter you once knew. He is hacking at this thing. Next is Alithia.
How high is that bridge?
See, this is my weakness, isn't it? Knowing how high and wide and far things are. It's a fair drop. Let's say it's a 1-story drop.
Okay, and is it a fast-flowing river? Do we have to take the bridge? Do we have to jump over it?
It's fairly far. Fairly fast flowing.
Yeah. Okay. Not that bothered Alethea because she's on a flying cloud.
Yes.
So I think she's going to fly over to there. Starters. Mr. Gilmer, sir, do you need some assistance?
Can you give me a
Voice check. A voice check.
Well, I was going to say,
Mic check. 1 2 1 2.
I think performance is the nearest I can get to see whether you attract his attention at all. 12. No, he's in the middle of fighting an orc. He's not aware of you, not noticed you.
Okay. And she will cast what we all know to come to expect. An earthen grasp.
Hey, yeah.
And it's going to try and grab a hold of that orc there.
Lovely.
I want to hold your hand.
Strength save.
Yes.
23.
Boop, boop, boop. Is that twice you've done that on
Yes.
strength? Wow.
Yeah, they're strong boys.
So it's half damage. Looking at
that. You try to manifest around it, and it just shrugs it off as it's trading blows with Gilmert. Anything
Checking
else?
if it is. Then I'm going to test its strength one more time and try to telekinetically shove it.
Is that an action or?
I think it's a bonus action.
Okay, it's cool.
Let's see his strengths. So DC 8 plus my proficiency, which is 3, plus the ability modifier I increase with it, which I believe was intelligence, which is a 4. So that is 15 to beat.
Okay. 9.
So it's going to push the orc 5 feet away, so into the spot there.
Into that one here or the one?
Yeah.
That one there.
Yeah, that one there. And then with Trailblazer, it's just going to swoop by past Hayes and give Hayes a really funny look.
Was Hayes being owl racist?
I'm not an owlist. I'm an owl.
You owl racist.
Hayes just called Trailblazer a cunt to his face.
And then I can't remember what his movement is. I think it's 50 foot, but 30 as well in. So he's going to fly over that direction just to see if there's anything else up that way.
Nope.
And the last 10 feet of Alethea's movement will just go up in the air a bit.
Okay, that's cool.
And that's everything.
Hayes. Back to you, you owl racist.
Yeah, I'll message you after this turn about the owl racist thing, but just bear with me on it. So for this turn, I would like to steady aim and make a short bow attack at this orc here.
Lovely. I'm just going to write down owl racist and then not know tomorrow what that means.
It's steady aim, so I get advantage, don't I?
Yep.
I needed it.
Lovely. That did it.
And that's all he can do.
Lovely. This thing is looking a little bit weary now.
19 damage, that's not too bad.
You're going down, boy.
David, it is your turn next.
David would just like to reach over Balthor and attack this orc with his axe. This is an 18 hit.
It will do, and Balthor doesn't even need to duck.
That is 16 points of damage.
Oof! That's a big swing, and that really got a lump out of it.
I'm not done. I'm going to do it again.
Ooh, you can do it again.
I can do it twice now.
Is that a... What's that? Is because you're bard?
That is extra. Yep. College of Valor gets
Of
extra
course.
attack.
Yes, of course. Lovely. Because I was like, Sam can't do that.
Yep.
But of course, there's lots of different colleges.
It's about the only college that does it.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing that 26 hits.
It does.
And for... I hate it when that happens. 12 damage.
How do you
You don't
want to do
re-roll
it?
your damage.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It's literally the first one's like that, and then we come back over the head and bang, straight down its forehead.
Lovely. So this thing is smushed to pulp.
And then with my bonus action, I'm going to give Balthor some combat inspiration or some bardic inspiration. Like, see, Balthor, that's how you do it. That's how it's done. And he's just so inspired with what I've done.
King size attack. Other than my royal friend.
Message you, cat.
Yeah, I've just seen it. Oh, that's beautiful. That is
And that's
beautiful.
the end of my turn.
Okay. Yeah, that's thrown me for a loop for a moment.
Sorry.
Right. No, that's all good. That's all good. It is the
Is this
other.
what Angela said in owl? Then is it? I
No.
don't want to know what it is because I imagine it's quite racist.
I'm not an owl racist.
And she said it with like an owl accent that's really not culturally appropriate anymore.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that bad. Okay, so
As racist as going up to a black person. Oh,
yeah.
that's probably how racist it was.
Angela.
The racist thing I can think of right now.
Yes.
You're
This
so-
is going on YouTube.
Not anymore, it's not. Not anymore, it's not.
It's all right. No one watches it apart from us.
There's not many viewers, but if there were, we'd all be cancelled.
No.
This is how,
Didn't
this is
have,
how
like, 50
viral
views
videos
on it,
start.
Huh?
Didn't the last Vanguard video have like 50 views?
I don't know. I think it was mainly us.
I haven't watched it once, so unless somebody's watched it like 35 times.
Ah,
It had 50 odd views before I even watched it.
it's probably the last session video, or my
We're hitting
video.
We're hitting the algorithm.
It's just Russian bots. Las vidania, my friends.
Still read Russia.
Yes.
YouTube make you.
Oh God!
Perestroika.
Now we're racist and anti-Ukraine.
And also racist, because I think that was. Anyway, this orc is going to try and kill Gilmus again. Let's get things back to happy things.
I think you might be allergic to something like that.
So
Sized as well because we're killing dwarves.
yes. Oh, so much.
Of course,
fun.
we can't call them dwarves. That's
No.
also racist.
But that's the name of their race. But they fancy.
They prefer little people.
Okay.
I prefer to be called a dwarf.
Sizically challenged.
Sizically challenged. Okay, let's. Oh, the orc swings at Gilmut and spectacularly misses. And then it's Tom's turn.
Okie dokie. So I see one more of the offending creatures
Yes.
nearby.
Yep.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 in a roundabout way. Is this thing restrained by the earthen grasp?
No, it
or-
failed.
Okay. Is the earthen grasp in my way from where I'm stood currently, or can I see around it?
Alithia, did you manifest? Did you manifest it? But it didn't work.
I mean,
Is there just a big fuck off hand just
it's
chilling in
big.
me?
Yeah. It's a big fuck off hand.
The claw.
It's thing.
It's the claw.
It's thing.
Can I retcon then and say that I moved to there instead? Just so that it's not in my way.
Just a step to the right.
Yes.
Come back now, y'all.
I think Scott was doing time warp,
Yeah.
not cha-cha slide.
Oh, I was doing the time warp as well.
I was in time warp here.
Right, Alice the baby.
Generational
I
thing.
remember that.
He's like
Outrageous.
3 weeks younger than me.
And me.
Anyway,
Yep, so you've
Anyway.
retconned standing over there.
let's see. Is the orc wielding a metal weapon, or is it wearing some form of metal armor?
It is holding a great axe, but it is not wearing metal armor.
Okay, I'm going to cast heat metal on its great axe then.
Okay.
Let's do that as a thing. So it needs to make a ignore the 10. It needs to make a Constitution save.
Oh, 13.
Ooh, fails.
Okay, so it
How does it look?
We'll
What does it
take
look
it.
like?
it's just Tom casts a spell, however Tom casts a spell. Basically, I think the spellcasting focus for an artificer is some form of artisan's tools. So I point thieves tools at it, and
An
cast
Allen
heat
key.
metal from them. Just a wrench, a sonic screwdriver. Oh, that'd be cool. And its axe glows white hot, and it will drop its weapon and take 11 points of fire damage.
Oof. Nice.
I do believe that is how heat metal works, that it has to drop it if it can. If it fails its saving throw. Let me
Now,
just double check.
Where is that on everything it's carrying? Because it does have a javelin as well.
It says choose a manufactured metal object. So I chose its great axe for it to drop.
Okay, that's cool.
You cause the object to glow hot. Any creature in physical contact takes 2d8 fire damage when you cast a spell. Until the spell ends, can use a bonus action on each subsequent turn to cause the damage again. If it's holding or wearing the object that takes damage from it, must succeed on the Constitution saving throw or drop the object if it can. If it doesn't, it has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. But it can drop its axe, so I assume it will drop its axe.
It will do, yes.
So it doesn't take any further damage, but yeah, 11 points of fire damage and drops its great axe, which I imagine will be of some help.
Yep.
So that's my action. And then the stereotypical cannon blast.
15, that will hit.
Is 10 points of force damage again, and it is knocked back 5 feet.
That way?
I suppose line of sight, it would end up there.
Yep, that's
from
fine.
the direction that I'd be firing at it.
Lovely.
And that will be me.
And yep, that's. So that was a 2d8. Yes, lovely. So that's you and your cannon. Balthar.
I'm going to carry on charging forward, so intentionally stomp on this orc face as I run past it, take the first step.
Mm-hmm.
My movement gets me to there, so
Yep.
I will
Of
take
course.
5.
Yep.
Step next to Gilmut, and just don't worry, Gilmut. This orc will be causing you no more trouble soon enough.
Can you give me a quick perception?
Perception.
Please, thank you. 12.
12.
Okay, so Gilmut, maybe it's been a while since you've seen him or fought alongside him, but he looks a little bit more frenzied
Wild.
than you'd expect this well put together veteran fighter. He kind of looks wild-eyed, torn, covered in blood. I mean, looks like he's having the time of his life, but it's not in a fun way. Yep, so what would you like to do now that you're alongside him?
First of all, I'm going to try and get rid of this orc, so I will attack with Stonecutter first.
I was going to say you're flanking, but 22 will definitely do it.
Normal attack, so 12 slashing damage with Stonecutter.
Which is exactly what you needed. How do you do it?
It's just going to be sort of shoulder to hip, just a slash right down his chest.
Does he move?
No, it's not going to cut through him. It's
not
just going to be a deep.
Like an accordion just falling open, but still connected.
Grim. I like it. Okay, so
And then when he drops down, I'm happy to use my extra attack if I need to try and grab Gilmer to kind of calm him down if that's what it'll take.
no, he's you don't need to take any action. You can grab him. We're out of combat for this moment. He doesn't seem to recognise you at first.
I'll just put a hand sort of like, well, on his shoulder and just be like, Gilbert, it's me.
It's me.
Calm yourself.
He looks in a kind of battle frenzy that you would have seen from other dwarves and fighters. He may be a member of the Vanguard, but he is a fighter first. He is a disciple of Remiel first, Chattoga second, so that you can see that the bloodlust has kind of taken hold.
I know this look.
Yes.
Firsthand.
Yes. But he shakes himself out of it after years of training and looks at you. Balthor.
Yes, it's me. Don't calm yourself. I believe Chatvagar is channeling you full of rage and anger.
There's no time. There's no time. We must. Our work isn't finished here. There's more of these. There's more of them. We must go and clear the rest out.
Lead on, my brother.
Yes, and he points in the direction of the house and said, "There's a house on the outskirts here. That's where I've sent the survivors. That's where Vonric and Dan went, because they came with me, like solid fighters I knew they would be, so I sent them on ahead."
Dan?
Yes. Wants to be a squire. He came along with me on this glorious crusade to reclaim...
Tom, I think your friend Dan might be over here.
Would Tom have heard him say Dan?
No, probably not.
No, but he's heard Balthor shout
Yes.
and say, Dan's here.
Yeah.
Well, I guess then hearing that, Tom would run across and go, Dan? Dan's here?
Yes, Dan.
Look at Gilmer and go, hi, I'm Tom.
Yes. Yes, I suppose you are. Right. Go.
Shake his hand, Gilbert. He will appreciate it. Just be quick.
Shakes his hand. Shakes his hand.
He would have stood there until somebody did.
He shakes his hand, and even though he seems quite injured now, as he's talking, he's already moving. So he's powering through it, adrenaline coursing through his veins as he carries on to the next threat, to clear the next area of these invaders.
I do have a potion of healing. Can I give him my potion of healing? It's only a normal one.
Yeah, you can take that, and it restores him to full health.
Yeah, drink this, my friend.
Oh.
But before we go, let me just tell my friends where we're going.
Yes, I will lead the way, and then you follow. We cannot wait.
No, don't get too far ahead. Just breathe. We need to follow him. There's some more of them over there. And Papa will turn around and shout to them all, "Hey, can you hear me?"
Who?
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 I'm not sure if she was asking who. I'm quite confused.
Yeah, trying to break through a break.
I would like to try and apologise to Trailblazer.
Don't try and do it in owl though, because you might offend
her. I'll make you perform it in owl.
Months before.
I'm trying, okay? You feel sorry for me.
Trailblazer's going to have that just when the owls like twist their heads halfway around.
Just wide-eyed.
Sideways as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I am currently sat there then shouting at Trailblazer going, who are you? I'm trying to...
I really want to know.
Great. Onwards and onwards.
I'm trying to make a friend.
So have we been told we're going to go fight something?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. On the way, I'll.
Well, Gilmert's fighting it regardless.
Okay. On the way, I'll cast Melf's minute meteors.
Oh!
MILFs what?
Everybody likes.
She don't need no 1 minute, man.
Okay. Right. That's fine. You keep a track of those. And
There you go. That's how I try to communicate with the owl.
okay. No. Let's.
Having fun there, Scott.
I'm trying to get my hands in the right place.
I've spent the past.
That's what she said.
Amazing, amazing.
Really, you learn as a kid and never forget.
Yeah. Okay, so.
Pet. Oh, I could get a pet dog.
Oh, that ain't a dog.
No, you can't.
That's a pretty little rat.
Let me try and speak to it in rat language.
I
It's
don't know
not a
what.
rat. It's not a rat.
Looks like a wall.
Splinter.
It is.
Splinter, there might be 4 turtles around as well.
It's a warg.
It's a warg.
Oh, it's Jon Snow.
Not that kind. Okay, so following behind Gilmer as he's charging away from the village into a little farm enclosure on the outside. He's healed, but regardless, he was marching on, regardless of it, whether his limbs are all attached or not. And this is the site that you see. Your tokens are all at the bottom. You're not on the map yet, so you can enter the scene however you wish. Gilmet will be charging and leading the way. Any form of tactics or hesitation is gone. He is full into charging into battle.
Our edition went with him.
Cool. Would you all like to re-roll initiative?
I was walking alongside him, so.
Oh, now the low rolls are coming out.
Okay.
Still better than me.
Hey.
Oh.
Yeah, David.
Oh, 2. Oh, wow.
Good advantage that.
Advantages.
1 in 40. 400. 1 in 400, is that 2 nat ones in a row?
I think so, yeah, 20 times 20.
That is fun. I am going to roll my...
I watched a Baldur's Gate 3 player roll 5 nat ones in a row.
No.
Yeesh. I mean, it's something else, isn't it?
Yeah.
I literally saw someone roll it one of the last sessions I did in person. 2 nat ones.
Was it also Scott?
No, it wasn't Scott.
Right, okay. So, Tom first.
Are we coming in where that path is there or anywhere on the map?
You're entering it as you see it on there. So
down here.
Wherever you want to, that you're not at the scene yet.
But so wherever I want along the bottom line of the map.
But I would imagine you'll all be walking together. Yes.
Presumably, yeah. So
yes.
Somewhere down in this bottom left corner.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it 5 feet to get onto the map and then that leaves us? Okay, so just on the map. I'm now in the scene.
Yes.
So anywhere from here.
Yep.
30 feet. Am I aware of any threats from where I am currently?
All you can see is what you can see.
Obviously, I can see the entire scene.
Yep.
But would Tom see the entire scene from entering this area?
The foliage...
Are these bushes or trees?
Yeah, they're bushes. So
I can see over the bushes. I can see the orcs. I can see the wargs. I can see the building.
They are foliage on a human. They'd be about knee size, so waist size for Baltha and ankle size for Tom and David probably. So they're just like low scrubby bushes, not enough to hide behind or hinder your view.
What are the like the wargs and the orcs? What are they doing currently? Do they seem threatening, or are they just sort of standing around?
No, they are actively trying to break into the house.
Okay, so they appear to be a threat. So Tom would instinctively react to threat rather than think
Yep.
these might be friends I can go and make.
Yeah. You can also see that there is another dwarf laying on the ground, prone.
Okay, so 30 feet gets me to there. And then I will light crossbow and cannon at the closest warg to me, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So that is only 9, so that won't hit.
No.
But then cannon blast, nat 1, so that will also do 0.
Yes. Nat 1. It just sails off and hammers into the building, weakening a window that was boarded up. So you've kind of helped them a little bit by...
Maybe made it easier for them to break in.
Yes.
Great. I'm on their side now.
Yes, pretty much.
Desperate to find Dad. He's trying to get in as well.
Yeah, I'm trying to get in case Dan's in the house.
Yep. Right. After Tom and his lovely cannon, it is the orcs. And they are going to continue trying to smash their way into the building. This one here is actively smashing his way through a window and has just broken through the glass. The door has been smashed in at the front, and you can see that there was an attempt at a barricade, but that has now been smashed to pieces. The wargs have all noticed you, as have the orcs outside, given that a cannon blast has just rocketed into the building. Gilmert's turn. He is going to just fucking charge. He does... How much movement was him again? It's 30?
For a
30.
dwarf is 25.
25. I think I used a
Unless
huge
he's...
sheet.
Unless he, yeah.
So he is just charging through a bush to get as close as he can, and he's going to...
Hurry up, guys. I think there's a baby in that house.
Oh no. He has a longbow, so he is going to fire a longbow at the warg. 18, that will hit. And he does 4 piercing damage to this warg. After him is David.
Yeah. David is just going to chill up into these bushes up here. And he is going to... What's David going to do? What's he going to do? He's going to cast Dissonant Whispers.
Oh, nice.
At one of the orcs.
Anyone in particular?
This one here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just trying to figure out my bloody... So that's level 1. DC 16 Wisdom save, please.
15.
Failed. So he takes 10 psychic damage.
10 psychic damage.
Yes.
Hang on, that's not right. I've got weird problems with their sheets. Hang on. That's some good damage. Does that have any other effects?
2 seconds. Sorry.
Dissonant
should
Whispers,
have.
Does that give him disadvantage?
Just easy to do it that way. And must immediately use its reaction if available to move as far as speed allows away from me. It doesn't move into obviously dangerous ground such as fire or pit.
Okay, it does have a reaction.
Yeah.
Doesn't... Yeah, it basically has dash. So it moves towards a hostile creature. So this one will actively move away 30 up near that walk. Lovely. Anything else?
No, that's going to be it.
Great. After David, it is Hayes.
Hayes would like to. Hang on. I'm going to use my action to dash. If I use charge, I get an extra 10 foot of movement. So I can dash to there. So I would like to try and dash, but I want to try and like blend into the sides.
Yep.
So obviously I've used my action to dash, so I don't have, unless I use my bonus action to dash and then use my action to hide, so to speak.
Yeah.
I just want to blend into the shadows a bit, and alternatively, I'm looking for another way in so that I can get into the house and try and help the people in the house, if any.
Okay. From what you can see, there is no back way.
I'd be looking more for like towards like cellar doors, you know, the ones that are in the floor.
Yep.
So there's like little pathways to go down or something that's not around the side where all them lot are.
Unfortunately, there isn't. And as you've run by the building, through the window that the orc has smashed, you can hear screaming from inside.
I know the people's in there.
Yes.
That's fine. That's my turn.
Okay. After Hayes, it's the warg's turn. When you were dashing past, were you trying to be stealthy at all, or were you just legging it?
I was staying into the corner ways, so I wouldn't say I was trying to be stealthy as such, but I wasn't. I was trying to be unseen and stay hidden.
Okay, can you give me a stealth check?
I can indeed.
17. Okay, that was fairly stealthy. Let me just do position. Okay, that would not have seen you. So instead, this warg is now going to charge at Gilmert. And it is going to bite him. That's a 20. Whoop, whoop, whoop. But it just does 6 piercing damage. So it sinks his teeth into his arm, and he doesn't even he doesn't even seem to see it. And he has to do he's got so many sheets open, a strength saving throw. 7. He is not prone. So he's bitten, and it nudges him as it runs over, knocks him prone. He's still flailing around, and he probably doesn't even notice he's not on his feet. Alithia.
So, as we were chatting on the way, she's obviously floating at a more like a 5 foot above the ground, so ground level, 50 foot of movement. It's not going to go that far because it's not going to go ahead of anyone, so to David, and then 10 foot in the air, and seeing this thing attacking Gilnuts, I think she's going to cast a magic missile.
Ooh, at the warg?
At the warg, yeah.
Classic.
So
just a single?
I get all 3 of them are going to go at it.
So is that... there we go. Okay.
And then, as a bonus action, I'm going to fire a meteor just behind it.
It's behind it, okay.
It's got a 5 foot distance on it.
From you throwing it?
Or
where you're casting it to?
Where I'm casting to. It's 120 feet distance to cast it to and a 5-foot radius.
Oh, radius, yes.
So just find it. So dexterity DC 16.
8. So what does it look like when you do this, and what actually happens?
Oh, so I've got 6 little meteors hanging around me, and just a couple of fingers pointing at one,
Finger blasting.
throws
Classic.
it, and on impact it explodes.
So it's like a slingshot. You're slingshotting explosive pebbles.
Yeah. So after firing, some magic missiles, then grab a couple more of these. So I'll fire another one at it.
How many can you do?
I can do 2 per
bonus action.
Bonus action. I've got 6 of them.
Cool.
So that's another I assume it's going to be another dexterity save for it.
Yep. 20.
And that'll save. So is that half
damage?
Half of
6 again.
So is it 9 total damage from both of those?
Yes.
And then 10 from the
9,
magic missile.
Yeah, and that's 9 psychic damage, not fire.
Ooh. Yeah, it all hurts it. Lovely. And is that everything for Alithia?
Yes.
And
I think so.
Trailblazer.
Trailblazer is just going to shoot 60 foot straight up there.
Beautiful. And waiting patiently is Baltha.
Is it not Hayes before me? Oh no, Hayes gone, yeah. I am going to, seeing what's happened, I'm going to use my movement and my action to dash. And I'm going to ignore everything else and just run straight over and check on Vonrig if I can.
Yep. So you will also know of Vonrig, a veteran of the Vanguard, brother-in-law to Gilmert, and kind of polar opposite. Gilmert's a crusty old curmudgeon, and Vonrig is the life and soul of every drinking party that there is. He is down. He is unconscious. He is blooded.
So I've used my action to dash. I can't use a bonus action to do a stabilizing or anything, but I'm just going to stand like above him, protecting him from any further damage.
Love it.
I don't think I can do anything else. I don't think I've really got a bonus action I can use.
Any
So
speaking
that will be
action? No more movement?
Well, I will do a big movement to get to there, just so I'm in front of him in the orcs, and I'll just say to the orcs, I'll say, you'll find this dwarf won't go down quite so easily.
That's
Bring
what
it
she
on.
said.
Love it.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's it. That's all I can do.
Back to the top with Tom.
Okie dokie. So I would imagine currently all I can see realistically is Gilmert in front of me fighting this warg.
Yep.
I will step forward 1 to be in combat. And then I shall pop out my arm blade and take a swing at it. So that'd be a 15 with flanking with Gilmert, I imagine.
Yep, that's fine. That hits.
Okay, so that will hit for, ignore the 10 again, 4 points of slashing damage.
This thing
So
looks...
literally minimum damage.
Yeah, this thing is hanging on by a thread. So...
And then that'd be a cannon blast which I imagine would be at disadvantage because I'm stood
It's
face to
it's a
face with
ranged
it.
weapon, yeah. So
It's
yeah,
classed as ranged, even though it's tiny. Yeah.
unless you want to fire that at something else.
No, I think I'd be probably pretty set on just fighting the thing in front of me.
Okay.
So let's click the disadvantage button, and then so that'd be a 12.
That just
Plus-
misses.
Is that +3 for flanking as
Oh,
well?
+3. In that case, that will hit.
Sweet. So that would be for 11 force damage, and it gets knocked 5 feet backwards.
It doesn't get well. The chunks of it get knocked 5 feet in all directions. You've blown a hole
Blast it to
right
pieces.
through the middle. And
Cool.
it is chunks.
And now I can see Balfour stood next to a downed dwarf, presumably because I've obliterated this warg thing.
Yep.
So I've only used 5 feet of movement, so then that'll be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 can get me to there. So I'll move up to there where Balfour is with this other dwarf.
Lovely. Okay, it is the orc's turn next. And Balfour, you have charged up to them. So what you will see is this orc here has successfully battered down the front door of this place and is going to run into the building, in which case you can hear a scream from inside the building. This one is going to engage you, and so is this one. So the first orc will take a swing. Let me just double check. How far did this one walk? It was more than 10 feet. So, okay, the first one is going to swing its great axe for a 25. I am rolling like a motherfucker today.
What I'm going to do, I'm sure it'll work, I'm going to use my reaction to roll my combat dice, inspiration dice that I got from David, if it's still going, which is it a D8?
I believe so. I think it is.
I believe so. Sorry, give me a second. Doesn't say there. Where the fuck will it be? Oh, there it is. It's D8. Yes, D8.
Okay,
So technically that puts my AC now up to 26.
Ooh. So what does that
But it was
look like?
It was a nat 20.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
know.
I mean,
but it is for the until my next turn. I think it raises my AC up.
okay.
Yep.
So what does it look like?
I'm gonna guess in this situation he goes to hit me with his great axe. I get my shield in the way, and as I think I've just about deflected it, it kind of bounces off the shield and still kind of hits me in the shoulder or something.
But it's still just about.
It's
nearly
25 plus 3 for flanking.
I mean,
Well, he's not
technically,
flanking.
yes.
Is he flanking anything? The two of
It's a
them.
nat
Two
20
orcs.
anyway, it doesn't matter.
I know. I've just done it for the whole. It's boost my AC for the whole.
Until your next turn, yeah. No, I get where you're coming from with it. In
And I
case
love-
the other one tries to hit you.
And it's going to. And I love the flavour as well. So that one is going to. Why has it got the?
Ooh.
Why is it done? Oh, for the crit. I was like, why is
Yeah.
it done 2 for the crit? Okay, and the other one is also going to make a great axe swing. That was an 11.
With my extra AC, that misses.
Just about, yes. And
Otherwise, it would have definitely hit you.
Oh, definitely.
and because that one missed, it won't be able to do its powerful strike, so it won't be able to knock you as well because it didn't hit its melee attack. So that's what those two orcs do. This one is actively climbing in through the window, but there is some kind of wardrobe or cabinet in the way. Screaming increases from the inside. There is the screams of a young girl who has barricaded herself in that room. And there is a grandmotherly figure who is just about to engage an orc there, so you can hear the screaming of
That's
these
gonna
two
go
women.
well.
Yeah.
We've got a warg as well, Cat.
No, because it's not the warg's turn yet. It was just the orcs.
They're on a different turn.
Yeah, they're on a different one.
Okay.
Next is Gilmert. The warg is dead. Thank you to Tom for the pate. So he is going to use his 25 feet of movement to here and attack one of these orcs that is in combat with Balthar using his longbow. 13. That will hit. That does 9 piercing. Oh, these things are so stacked I can't. Oh. And then he is going to use. Doesn't need that. He's got 2 attacks. So he's going to take a longbow attack at the warg as well. He's randomly firing at every vicious thing he can see, and that misses because he's wildly firing all over the place. So that's him done. Now we have David.
David is just... I know what I'm going to do. 2 seconds. Up with this. I'm going to do the exact same thing again to the big bad wolfy thing over here. Oh,
What's he
fucking
gonna
small
do?
box.
By the hairs of my chinny chin chin.
Oh, he's going to cast Dissonant Whispers.
What is it you're whispering? What does it sound like?
Oh, this one is the theme, the Imperial March. Dun, 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 dun.
Nice, I like it. So this is to the warg,
Yes.
and that's a wisdom save.
Yep.
It's as thick as shit, this thing. It don't know its pores from its asshole. So
It's fine.
that's 14 psychic damage.
Yes, and it has to move away as far away as its speed allows.
Which is 50 foot and climbing 30 foot. So it is going to dash over here and climb a tree.
That's fine.
Because why not?
Then I'm going to move down to here and end my turn.
That's just a big clusterfuck of tokens. I'm going to have to zoom in my map because it's all getting a little bit confusing.
I'll go there then.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, that helps. That 5 feet to the left.
See, I've got all the health bars on all of them, so it's hard to...
Oh, of course.
Yeah, so I can't...
Very confusing.
It's very fun. I think maybe just for logistics, I'm just going to move this orc to one side.
That's fine.
And I think I might just move Vonreg to there as well, but he's still canonically where he was. It's just now I can see where they all are. Okay, that's fine. So you have cast... Huh?
He's not dead. He's moving.
He's not dead.
I do believe he wasn't dead anyway. He was just down, right?
He was down and blooded and on the verge of it. So that was David. Anything else?
No, that's me.
Okay, Hayes.
Okay, so from where I am, because I'm hidden,
Yep.
does that mean I'd get sneak attack? Because I'd have advantage on the orc.
Are you going to move from your hiding place?
No, I plan on staying back in the side and shooting from where I'm at.
Okay, you give me a good enough stealth. Unless any of your feats have anything to do with hiding. You haven't got any immediate cover. 18.
No.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Awesome. In that case, I will like to make I'll regret this massively, but oh well. I'm going to make a short bow attack at that orc, which is a 23 to hit.
That
for
hits.
20 damage.
Lovely.
And then I will move 5, 10, 15, 20, down here. Oh, what's happened to my token? I now have 2 tokens. What's going on?
Okay, that's always a fun one.
There we go. I moved down here, so I'm staying in along the crevices of this.
Hayes is in a crevice.
Hey, yes, she is. And then I'm gonna. Is there any windows along here?
That's a window with a bookcase that's been jammed in front of it.
Right, okay, that's fine. That's all I needed to know for now. I'm going to use my bonus action just to dash a little bit, so I'm a little bit further down. Not the full way, but just to there. That'll be it for me.
Lovely. Hayes is all the way up there. It's the warg's turn left. Next, how long does the dissonant whispers last for? Where it's got to run away from you? Is that just
It doesn't say.
It just happens as it happens,
once.
and then after that they can go back to doing what they were doing before.
Okay. So it's going to try and come back again. It can see all of these things going on, but it is just a beast that likes to hunt things, so it is going to get right back into the midst of it again. Climb down from the tree. It's going to use 20 feet of its movement to climb down. Feet. And then let's say it's got 50. It's going to come in here and make a bite at Gilmert. That's a 14. It's not actively flanking, so that will miss. So he does a big old chomp, and that's a swing and a miss against Gilmert. God, I can't find my initiative track. I've got so many windows open. Right, Alithia.
The stairs there. I assume they're going upward.
Yep.
To the building.
It's a single floor, like bungalow, so it's just like a few steps up.
It's just slightly lower level ground there.
Yep.
Okay. So as I am currently about 15 foot in the air, can I get around? Well, I can't go over that warg. I assume that warg is actually going to get me if I go over the top of that.
He's a big boy. He's a large monstrosity.
Yeah.
It's a heckin' chonker of a boy.
So yeah, I'll head over there. And seeing Balfour being attacked by these orcs, she's going to cast a chromatic orb.
Lovely.
Sorry, I meant 2 chromatic orbs. She's going to twin spell that.
Very nice. Is that 1 to each? 2 of them.
1 to
both?
each orc. Yes, 1 to each.
Do you have any preference?
24 to the left.
Hang on. You know me, I love a colour. So 24's to the red one?
Yeah.
Okay, they both hit, obviously. So do you want to roll me your damage?
Okay.
And what kind of damage is it?
Hang on. I can do some lightning damage.
Oh, very nice.
And
very, very frightening.
That's the first one.
Oofa doofa.
That's the second one. And then bonus action fire a meteor in that square in the middle or behind them.
Just the one?
So, I'll see how it goes. So that's a DC 16 save for both of them.
Sorry, deck save.
Deck save.
One jumps into the path of it.
And if 5 psychic damage isn't enough, I will throw another one at them.
That one leaps straight into the path of this little meteor thing, catches it right between the eyes, and then dies. So not so much psychic damage as just impact damage. And do you say
If
you're just going to
this
do the one?
If the other one's still standing, I'll throw another one in the exact same spot.
The other one was a 10 deck save, so I'm guessing that fails as well. How much damage? That was a 5. Yeah, that's still
5.
standing. It's a little bit shocked at what happens to its buddy.
So go again for another deck save for it.
Another one.
Yep.
So many windows. Oh.
That's a save, so it's half.
It's seen you take down its mate, so it does nip out of the way. So that just takes 5 this time.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've got 2 left by my count.
Correct.
Lovely stuff. Anything else that you would like to do?
Trailblazer is going to head towards the door.
As you enter, you can see in front of you this tiny grandma holding a broken chair leg, about to try and engage with this orc.
And that's everything she's going to do.
Okay, Devastation, thy name is Alethea. Now we have Trailblazer.
Yeah, just moved to Trailblazer.
Oh, you have just moved it.
Yeah.
Awesome. I was looking at the screen, and bringing up the rear is Baltha.
I'm just going to try and hit this with the stone cutter first.
Hit what? There's a clusterfuck of things here, right?
Just the orc that's still standing next to me.
The blue orc.
Yes.
A 15. That will hit.
And do 7 slashing damage.
Okay, he's not looking good, but he's still standing.
Bonus action, I am going to use my shield to try and knock him prone.
Mm-hmm. And that's against the strength, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, let's see what this is going to be. Oh, a 10.
So I knock him prone.
Mm-hmm.
Then I am going to run past him.
Nice.
As he cannot take an opportunity attack.
Oh, bravo.
And head straight for the house.
Love it. Love it. Okay.
25 will get me next to this other one,
mm-hmm.
which is then I'll use my extra attack.
I love it.
On this one here, but I am going to use a maneuver. So I'm just going to use another menacing attack to try and get this one.
Okay, so it's a wisdom saving throw.
If I hit, which I don't.
Oh. That's fine. You've got his attention now. Anything else that you'd like to do?
No, I've used my action, used my bonus action, left that one prone for somebody to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
If I could just retcon before I leave, I'll just maybe shout to David. Prince David, could you look after my friend here? And point to the dwarf on the floor.
He dead.
No, he's just unconscious. He's not dead.
Oh.
Okay, I'm joking. I don't.
Is that what David does?
He is now.
Can you check if he's dead for me? Yep, he's now. Now what?
Right, he's definitely dead.
As Yugi would say, that ends my turn.
Lovely. Thomas, it's your turn now.
Okay, so Tom's just heard David ask Balthor asking David to look after his friend, and said he's unconscious but not dead. Because he just said that to David, who is stood directly next to Tom. So if David heard it, Tom definitely heard it. In that case, then, I will use my action to cast Cure Wounds on Bodrick. And because it's something Balthor asked for, I will upcast it as second level rather than first.
Oh,
And
to have a
use
friend
my
like
last
Tom.
use my last remaining level 2 spell slot to do that.
I'm sure it will be a worthwhile use that you won't regret whatsoever.
That was 14 points of healing to Vonrig.
Beautiful.
Now,
Oh.
whilst I know mechanically, if you make a ranged attack at close range, it's disadvantage, and if you make a ranged attack at somebody that's prone, it's also disadvantage.
Yes.
If I walk up to the prone orc and put my cannon in his mouth and fire it, I mean, surely that can't miss.
Disadvantage.
My mic went out then. You want to walk over and put what in his mouth?
My cannon.
Okay.
I just don't see, even though the mechanics completely argue with every aspect of it, if you put a gun in somebody's mouth, you can't miss. So, I mean, aside from a nat 1, surely it has to hit. Like, a nat 1 would be a misfire, but anything else, you're firing a gun in their mouth.
I mean, it's yes. I mean, how does it work if someone's prone and you hit them with a greatsword? Is it an automatic
I mean,
hit?
most of the time, it's ruled as advantage if you're using a melee attack on a prone person. But I mean, flavor-wise, if I said there's a prone guy, I want to just go over and very slowly insert a weapon into them. It's like they can't dodge it. Do you know what I mean? It's like the mechanics of the game argue with how it would work in real life. If you were led on the floor, unable to move,
and then someone tried to slowly insert a weapon,
and someone tried to just slowly put a sword up you, it's like, there's no way they can miss.
Okay, let's just for the sake of appropriateness say for now, I'll give you that, and we can check the rules. Because no doubt you'll want to use this again.
The rules completely disagree with me. I'm making a ranged spell attack with my cannon at close range to a prone target. So in all terms of ruling, it is disadvantage because it's a ranged attack at a prone target from close range.
It doesn't make sense. So I'll give it for now, and then I'll have a think about it.
So what is anything other than a nat 1 hits?
Yes. I'm writing things down.
Just rub his weapon into his mouth.
Well, he's got his little hand cannon that he's just going to put it in his mouth and fire.
Okay, let's just move on from this. Yeah, that would hit.
That's a 21.
Yes, that will hit.
I mean, this is it's like I rolled that at disadvantage by accident, so it still would have hit anyway.
Do you want to roll me the damage on that?
9 points of force damage.
9.
And he skids away a little bit, just creating a groove in the floor. Yeah, he's not looking good at all. Anything else that you want to do?
No, that's me.
Okay, it's the orc's turn now. This orc at the bottom is now actively climbing through the terrain that is a wardrobe and has entered that room where there is a young girl who is screaming. This orc desperately wants to attack the grandma, but Balthor's had a swing at it, so it's going to hit you instead. And that is a great axe. Oh, it's an 8 because it's quite enclosed, so that doesn't hit. Any other orcs around? Just this one here is going to take your weapon out of his mouth and attempt to try and get up.
Well, something's up.
That's gonna be, no. Okay, what he's gonna do is lay down and just kind of like just gag slightly. Yes,
Yep.
yes, he does that. I will not be making that noise, so I'm. And then he's going to, regret everything about the last 10 minutes and attack you with his great sword for 10.
That'll miss.
Okay, that's fine. Let's move on with our lives. It's Gilmert's turn. He's going to take a swing at this warg thing. No, he's not the warg. That's something else. He's going to take... Oh, why did it do that 15 times? I'm going to say that one of those hits because I want it to. And he kills it. Cool. Because there's too many things around there. He is just in a frenzy, waving his weapon around. David.
I'm going to dash here to here.
Mm-hmm.
And just before I go, I say to Tom, I was like, Tom, mate, you're supposed to fuck it up, not mouth fuck it.
Okay.
And yeah. And can I shout at the orc, come here, big boy.
Oh, it's turning into that, is it? I'm glad he's not seen what the other orc happened, otherwise he might have a entirely different reaction. Okay, Hayes. You are mercifully far away from all of these shenanigans. Hiding in your crevice over there.
Yep. Does there look to be a gap between the window and the bookcase where I might be able to see in and see Martha? Even just a little bit to see her.
Yeah, and I'll give you, if you want to make a strength check to see if you can topple this thing over.
I don't need to topple it, I just need to know if there's a gap that I can see her.
It's been pushed up against it, so it's not the best piece of anything. So yeah, you can do that.
So I will then activate my bandana of telepathy.
Ooh.
And connect with Martha through it and send her a telepathic message saying, we're here from the Vanguard, we're here to help. I need you to come and move this bookcase and get everybody you can down to this room. Do not engage with the orcs.
You will receive back such a grateful message and outpouring of love and relief that it's like her prayers have been answered. And I haven't rolled into the initiative, but she will do that. She will run.
So I'm hoping that she might shout anybody else that she knows that's in the room. Come and help her.
It's her granddaughter in this room, but her granddaughter's barricaded herself into the room. So they weren't expecting anyone to come through the window. So she will move the bookcase out of the way and then attempt to try and open the door.
So that's my action used for that. So there's not really anything else I can do at the moment. Unless you'll allow me a bonus action to try and move the bookcase with her.
Yeah, go on then, give me a strength check.
I'm not strong. I is strong with advantage, but 17.
17, I was going to say I was going to give it a 15. So yeah, you can, between the two of you, you're rocking this bookcase. It's not the biggest, most expensive bit of furniture, and it crashes to the floor.
that's it for my turn.
I mean, if
then.
you want to use your movement to get in there, you've not used all of your movement yet, have you?
I suppose I can get in, but the plan is to get them out.
Right, okay.
Let everybody else deal with the orcs and me focus on getting them out of there to safety.
Lovely, okay.
I'm in for now to help with the other bookcase.
Amazing, there's no wargs left, so it's Lithia's turn next.
Lithia's seen David go running underneath a cloud. So I assume I need to descend slightly on the way to get to that window height.
Yep. It's just a first floor window.
So I'll do that on the way down. And then let's carry on with a couple of meteors at this orc.
And you said it's a 5-foot
5
radius.
feet.
Are you yelling a warning?
At the orc? No.
Into the room?
Well, it's not fire damage, it's psychic damage. So.
Okay. So, crikey, which sheet? So dexterity was that?
Dexterity.
18.
Scott's having flashbacks to the Evelyn episode where Greg burnt down a village.
I was like, no, not again.
So it's half of that 4, so 2 for that one, and then another for at it.
Yep. Another dex save. 9, so that will miss. Sorry, he
full
misses.
6
So
six
that's
of damage on that.
Okay.
And then Olivia's going to raise her ring
Ooh.
at it, and
Turns around and bends over and raises the ring at it.
Hello, sunshine.
and cast Hold Person on the orc.
Oh, nice.
So that's a Wisdom saving 16.
18.
Oh,
That's a shame.
Must be a descendant of Bogrod.
Yes, possibly.
I would have rolled about 20 if it was a
Bogwood. Anything
that's
else?
all of Olivia's turn.
Trailblazer?
I assume with Balfour not being the tallest of people, Trailblazer can go in and try and do some helping.
Yes.
Do it.
Do it real good.
And it is Balfour's turn.
I will use the helping owl as a distraction to attack with Stonecutter one-handed.
Lovely. So did you get advantage with that because of the help action? So that's a 27.
Yep.
That's a fucking good hit.
And they went away.
And I'm just going to do a normal attack. So that's 11 slashing damage.
Mm-hmm.
Second bonus action, let's carry on doing what we do. So a shield dash to try and knock it prone. That's a 23. I should have done that first, but...
It absolutely face plants.
And
I'm just going to knock it down on its ass.
It takes 2 damage.
And then, with my extra attack, now also being at advantage, I will attack with Stonecutter again.
That will hit.
And that's a 6. Oh.
That's cool. He's not looking good. Anything else?
And just say to this orc, can I speak orc? Probably not. No. So just in common, I'll just say, stay down. I will put you down for good.
Tom.
I'm going to continue bullying this prone orc.
Yep. Okay. You're going to assault it a different way now then.
Yeah.
Legally.
A bit bum.
Now, logically,
No.
If this is going to start how I think it's logically, it's not rape if.
it's like if it's prone and firebolt is cast through. It's like if I put my casting focus in its mouth.
It's like fucking Home Alone.
Just remember, what you do to them, they can do to us.
Yeah. Roll for lube.
I'll stab it with my arm blade, which will be advantage because it's prone.
It stood up. It stood up.
Oh,
and
did it
attacked
stand back
you.
up? Did it stand back up?
Yeah.
All right, okay. I will.
Stab it.
It's not got much left.
Do I stab at it or do I use a spell slot?
Stab it.
Stab it with your sword.
I'll try and stab at it with my arm blade then. Just a normal attack.
That
Only a
misses.
12,
That
so that would
misses.
miss.
Is everyone okay to stay on until we finish this map? And we've only got a couple of orcs left. That's cool.
Oh yes.
And then that'll be
Awesome.
a disadvantaged cannon shot from close range.
Cool.
My bonus action, which is a 24.
That will definitely hit. You're probably going to pate it, so roll for pate.
11 force damage.
Yep. Obliteration.
Cool.
Where are you putting this cannon? Just for the picture.
Yeah, go on.
I mean, he stood face to face with me. He's dodged my arm blade as I've swung at him. And then as he turns from dodging, I put the cannon in his mouth again and fire.
And as you do that, there's a slight...
And just pop his head.
Just one tear trickles down his eye.
He's like, uh-oh.
Oh,
Uh-oh. Head explodes, and then I'll just continue on to behind Balthor.
Amazing. It is the orc's turn now. Balthor is the one's going to take a swing at you. Is the help action from Trailblazer in this corridor of chaos? Is that
just gives me the advantage on the one attack.
on your attack, doesn't it? Yeah. So it's somehow going to swing a great axe for 21 at you.
That hits.
He's very precise, this one. 14 slashing damage.
No problem.
Okay, and the other one down here can see the pests out of the window, and for a moment is going to leave the girl and shove the cupboard out of the way and try and attack you with a javelin, because it can't quite get the great axe through the window, so it's going to aim at Alithia, because you're in the window. As a 23.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
That's 7 piercing damage, and probably, is that the first damage you've ever taken? No.
No, Nezrin got her.
Ah, that's right, yes. So now she's been javelined. Next is Gilmert, who is just going to carry on attacking this dead warg, because I don't think he's quite realised it's dead. He's just hacking anything in front of him and not going to start entering the corridor. Vonrig is on his feet and is talking to him, trying to calm him down. Next we have David.
David is going to bring out his Reveler's Constantina, start playing a tune on it, and cast with it Otto's Irresistible Dance.
Fantastic.
On the orc.
On the orc, so we need a saving... What do we need? Dexterity save? No?
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
Wisdom, I believe.
There we go.
And now he's not wise.
Well, yeah, now he's going to dance, has disadvantage on dex saving throws and attack rolls.
He's giving it the full elbows and an oddly graceful tap dancing routine. Who knew he had it in him?
And
Nice.
you're welcome, everyone.
Performance from the orc.
Everyone has advantage against it.
Oh, you want performance from the orc?
Is this orc's name Michael?
Yes. Yes, it is.
What?
Anything else?
And then I'm going to throw some bardic inspiration at Alithia.
Oh,
Ooh.
very
There
nice.
we go.
How does that manifest? Words,
I'd
poetry,
like
song?
to think she's just inspired by the music that I'm playing through the concertina.
Okay, it's a added
It's
separate thing.
uplifting.
Doesn't happen every time, but
No.
yeah,
It's like
I love
Final
that.
Fantasy boss music, battle music.
I love that. Hayes, your turn.
I would like to help Martha move, gain access through
Yep.
this door.
Can you roll me an advantage on strength?
I can try.
Computer said no. Oh.
Yep. You open the door, and her granddaughter Lainey, tears streaming down her face. She's shaking. She moves the chair out of the way and is able to open the door and joins you in that room.
I would like to spend my whole entire turn getting these two back out of the window and
Yep.
maybe over here somewhere away from the house.
Yep, we can certainly do that. I love that so much. You're so wholesome. Back to the murder squad. Unless there's anything else that you would like to do, Hayes.
Nope, that's my turn.
Cool.
I'll just be literally talking to try to comfort them and they're safe now kind of thing.
Beautiful. Okay. In the all other kind of violence team, it's Alithia's turn.
Oh, yeah, and you've named that quite rightly.
Yes.
Because now Olivia's being hit, she is absolutely furious. So the first thing she's going to do is cast a chromatic orb at this orc in front of her.
Yep.
That's the wrong one.
But that will hit.
Why can't I up level that?
I don't know, but it's
Up leveling, it's just that your damage though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or is that your damage?
That's to hit.
Is it on that one? Ah, there's the level. So up level that to 3.
She's angry.
She's really pissed.
okay.
That's
well,
fucking about.
And that's psychic damage.
I mean, you've just psychicked it to death.
So
So,
dance.
what did it? Well, yeah, it was dancing anyway. So, what did it look like? Paint me a picture, Alithia, of how you mind murder this thing.
So, picking the javelin out of her shoulder and just casting the chromatic orb, which is normally something like that. It's got a bit bigger because it's
Her
at
ball
level
is
3.
bigger, yes.
Yeah, and straight at it, and yeah, obviously, while it's dancing away, its mind sort of frazzles.
Dance twice as fast.
And
Amazing.
then with a bonus action, because she's still furious, she's going to cast Dragon's Breath on Trailblazer.
Okay.
Oh shit!
Let's hope that
I
goes.
always thought there was a touch spell in it.
It is, but Trailblazer you can use as because it's familiar.
Cast spell through it.
Yeah, I guess it's touching itself.
That's it.
Baltha.
Trailblazer's turn.
Oh yes, sorry.
Trailblazer is going to breathe cold down that corridor.
Who needs to do what? Is it Dex?
I would think all 3 of us would need to make dex saves.
10.
It's a 15-foot cone.
But it'll conform to the corridor, surely, like most spells do. So it'll go back 3 spaces. So it will. Me, Baltha, and it need dex saves.
Mm-hmm.
Don't have advantage.
Well, no, I was going to say I'll give you and Tom advantage because you're behind the orc, so the orc takes the brunt of it.
Okay.
That's cool.
That's what happens when I pass a dex save.
Yes. So the orc fails, but everyone else
Okay.
passes.
Okay, deal.
So we take half.
Wait 1 second there, Mr. Tom, because I was going to ask
It's cold.
her if she will allow this.
Ooh.
So, as a shield master, one of the things I can do is if I make a dexterity saving throw to take half damage on something, I use my shield to take no damage.
Yeah.
As Tom's behind me, would he also benefit from taking no damage as the shield is taking all of the
In this
ice, the
occasion,
cold?
because you're also in a corridor, I will say absolutely. So
Yeah,
situationally,
that's normally, but as we're in a corridor, yeah.
so you don't have to take the 6 damage.
Nope.
Cool. Yep, that's fine. The orc does. Top of the round.
I think that's everything.
Cool. Oh no, yeah,
Oh,
no,
that
now
is
it's Balthur.
unlucky, isn't it?
Now it's Balthur.
141, that's lucky. So first of all, I'm just going to put my shield down to one side and just attack this thing again.
Lovely.
A 19 to hit.
Yep.
For 13 slashing damage.
Yep, that's not going to survive much longer.
Bonus action, I'm going to smash it in the face with a shield covered in ice, which I don't know if you want to do anything with that, but it is covered in ice as it's just deflected all of it from...
Give me an attack with it.
Oh, it's only an 11 for athletics. So I'm guessing... Oh.
No, that's fine. That worked.
So at least knocks him prone again.
Yep.
And then I am going to just turn Stonecutter just down it, and I'm just going to shield above, just whack it with the shield straight into his torso is the attack I'm doing.
The 16 will hit. Oh, that's so close. Okay, Tom. Unless there's anything else that Balthur wants to do.
No, I don't think there's anything else I can do. I could use a superior, or an extra attack, but it doesn't seem worth it because there might be more coming up soon. So I'm gonna just stand there, shield and sword, waiting for it to get up.
Tom.
Okay, how tall is Balthur?
He is
2'1".
Approximately 4'7".
And Tom's about 7 foot tall, so Balthur's not in his way.
Twice in one session.
Okie dokie.
I mean, just welcome to my life, Scott.
I'm just going to use a cantrip for my action. I'm going to cast Firebolt at the orc.
Yes. That'll hit.
Oh, no, wrong button. Didn't want to do that. We all know what Firebolt does.
But this is just Tom, though.
So that's just a 6. Ignore the 10. Just
that's
a 6.
fine.
Hi,
That's
I'm Tom. This is Fireball. This is exactly what it does before I kill you with it.
that is exactly what you needed, and you have killed everything on this map.
Yay!
Congratulations.
If I can, just quickly, I would like to search the house for Dan.
Okay. Yep. Can you roll a investigation?
Just tell Tom. I don't know if Dan's in the room, but we need to find Dan.
I'm not.
At which point Tom will start going, Dan, 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 Dan.
I didn't hear. Right. Shut up, Tom. What did you say, Hayes?
I would have asked the other two if anybody else was in the house as well.
What the information you get is that Dan was here, as was her grandfather and her mother, and they were all taken by orcs to the nearby orc camp that has been set up.
So when I hear him shouting, Dan, 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 I'm sure he's wondering, Dan's not here!
We need to save Dan.
Okay, let's go save Dan.
I'm assuming we just gather everybody up again and then they can relay any information that they want to relay.
Alethea's outside in some sort of weird dance with Trailblazer while he's firing dragon's breath into the air and circling around each other. It all looks pretty crazy.
Alethea's never been so alive. Okay, so
I'm just while we're having a second, I'm just second winding myself, if that's okay.
Just like
before we finish, I will move you on to the next map, and I can leave you there as well. Is there anything else you want to say before we move on to the next map?
Anybody have any questions for Lainey and Martha before they disappear?
Level.
No.
Okay.
So,
What, we're going somewhere, but not having a short rest?
No, straight away. Gilmert is already moving. He is.
Did someone stab that man again?
Von Rigger's trying to slow him down, but he's on one. Again, you are not on the map yet. You're approaching it. This is a 2-level hill with a very small impromptu orc camp that has been set up.
Thank you for the fire.
And that is where I will finish this session.
I'd love to see that in you.
Thank you very much. Hope you
You
enjoyed
muted
it.
Craig, it's fake clapping.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
That's quite